so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked.
That'll definitely
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up, and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live. Welcome to the Dropshot, episode number 58. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon, also known as really annoyed when Tanner exhales forcefully through his nostrils into his microphone while the intro music is playing. And I am joined.
I don't think that happened, actually. I think that was probably your dumb nose.
It did. Hey,
your dumb nose, your dumb ears. Your ears don't even work correctly. You don't even know what you're hearing. You're hearing the buzzing, probably. So, dumb shit ears.
You are a cunt, but you're not wrong. And anyways, as you guys may have sussed out, I am joined once again, as always, by my good friend Tanner. Tanner, say hello to everyone.
What's going on, everyone? Excited to be here tonight.
Excited to be here. Great. I am as well. I am excited to be doing this actual podcast. And today is going to be like one of the biggest episodes we've ever had. There is a lot to cover. So this is going to be a thick boy. So we're going to try and just slide right in. But first, a couple, of course, announcements. Tanner and I did take a vacation to Big Bear, the Harbin cabin, and it was very fun. It was both fun and exciting, as far as I am concerned. So you guys may have already heard my voice sounds like dog shit right now. It's because of Bear. Maybe it doesn't sound weird, but it feels weird. My voice
sounds
is
exactly the same, yeah.
Well, it's not doing great, so, but nothing is really.
You're falling apart.
Maybe
dude.
I'm just dying. But yeah, Bear was pretty fun. So if my voice gets all weird, then that's why I was shouting a lot in Big Bear because there was a lot of drinking involved.
As usual, shouting and talking a lot.
Shouting, talking, keeping Tanner awake. How was Bear, Tanner? Did you have fun?
I had fun, yeah. My favorite part was going to bed at like 12:31 and then not falling asleep until 5 a.m.
Damn. How'd that happen?
I don't know. Some dumb shit was downstairs talking really loudly, I guess. I don't know.
Damn, that's unfortunate, dude.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
some dumb shit kid. Yeah.
We'll have to take that up with Gabriel Saul Perez, Lyman Avenue.
Definitely wasn't you, yeah.
Definitely wasn't me, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, we were in Bear, so I know people were like adding me and messaging me and shit. I didn't. I was drunk the entire time, so I didn't respond to a goddamn thing. But I did once I got back, so you all know that by now. By the way, there was some absolutely fire vlogging content. And if you missed it, you're gonna want to go to twitter.com/Razinon. And you'll find some fire vlogging content. So
fire, dude.
Here's like, for example, here's us playing BP, and then I'm dancing at the end. This is a swisher, by the way. It's not a blunt. A blunt's legal, and I would admit it if it was. I just don't smoke weed. It makes me paranoid. Look at this dancing, dude. God, I'm such a god. But this was my anyway. There's a bunch of vlogging content.
Check the fit too, dude.
The fit, yeah, the drip. Any drippers? Here is Tanner eating the biggest bowl of ice cream I've actually ever seen. Look at him just sitting on his porch. He's so dumb.
Look at how big.
It's a standard bowl of ice cream, dude.
Dude, it is not standard. It's like half of a gallon. So disgusting. Anyways, this is the one video I want to show you. You should go
God, look
here.
at those legs, dude. The stream never gets to see my legs. Look at those things.
The legs? Yeah, hold
Look
on.
at those tree trunks.
Those tree trunks. Those fucking trunkers, dude. Okay, well, go to twitter.com/Razinon. You can see all of it. This is my dumb fat body. This was my favorite thing, though. Let me try and find it. Here we go. So there was a merry band of raccoons and Tanner was just feeding them tortilla chips.
Update.
Look at him just
Organic,
lobbing
dude.
tortilla chips, dude.
Tortilla chips to the raccoons.
To a bunch of raccoons.
Say hi to the vloggers.
God, it was so funny, dude.
Gotta get them fed, dude. Come
They
on.
came by every day, huh?
Yeah, except for the last day when we left, they weren't there.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
tortilla chips probably killed them.
Yeah, they probably got cancer or they went into diabetic shock from all the junk
Yeah.
we were feeding them. So anyways,
Yeah.
go to there, follow me on Twitter. Some good fire vlogging content. Ooh, yeah, Tanner, what does this next note here say?
Oh, so one of our buddies that was with us, Joey, Joseph Gonzalez, Joey Badfingers, Pasadena, California, 28 years old, chef. So he's like a straight up chef, right? So he doesn't work at, I don't know, Denny's.
He's an actual
He's a
sous
chef.
like a professional.
He's an he's worked at steakhouse restaurants in like 5-star hotels where it's like $100 for a piece of meat. So he knows what he's doing. He cooks
Genuinely
us a
legit, yeah.
absolute feast, except for we always end up having to just fork out our wallets and just throw him money because he spends so much. So him and I went to the grocery store for eggs, hash browns, cheese, and bacon. And we left with $180 in groceries. So ribeye, New York steak, some chicken skewers, baked potatoes.
That's crazy because he charged me
bacon
$50.
wrapped asparagus.
So
Bacon wrapped asparagus, beer, hard liquor. Just we went for 4 things and left with everything. That's why you don't go to the grocery store with anybody who likes to cook or is a chef like him, because you walk out with way too much garbage shit.
yeah.
But yeah, it was the dinner. Oh my God, dude. It was, wow. It was so good. Oh, Texas toast. Oh my God.
Well, the Texas toast requires no skill. You just throw it in
I
the
don't
oven.
care. It was good.
but the
yeah,
other-
even you could cook Texas toast, actually.
And that's in fact true. Dude, he got like 4 steaks, cooked them all together, and then served them up like a platter style. Dude, it was so well. He made it
Wait,
so
what was
well,
that?
dude. He made it
What's
so
the platter
fucking
style thing?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. It was fucking good though. So shout out to Joey Badfingers.
Did you use your dumb shit little knife to cut the meat?
Oh yeah, you ate the whole thing with your hands. He ate the whole steak dinner with a baked potato with his hands because he's a fucking river rat. A white trash river rat. And you'll see the evidence of that if you go to the Twitter and look at the vlogging content.
I didn't. I ate the baked potato with my fork. Everything else I ate with my hands. Dude, if a nice little piece of ribeye, 3 inches long, 1/2 inch thick cut, I'm not going to use a fork. I'm going to pick it up and throw it in my mouth, dude. Come on.
You're such a low
ask Joey.
class.
Ask Joey the
disgusting-
proper way to eat it. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, the sous chef that works at a 5-star restaurant. He's going to tell you to pick it up with your dumb hands and just shove it in your mouth. Wash it down with some natty ice. God, you disgust me.
Okay, keep that in mind.
Anyways, let's move on. Jake Down, thank you, by the way, for server boosting the Discord. Much appreciated. I don't know what it means, to be honest, but it appears to cost money. So thanks for doing that. Don't know. Again, I can't stress this enough. I have no idea what it does. So get scammed. But thank you, and make sure
Yeah,
to
Jake,
join the
actually,
fucking
can you
Discord.
tell us? I think it raises the quality of the server or something.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely figure that out.
We'll keep it in mind for sure, yeah. And then last thing, patrons, we're recording our next Patreon episode on Friday night. I'll have it up by Saturday. So fret not.
Get scammed.
And yeah, get absolutely scammed. So anyways, that's it for announcements. Real quick, I'm going to catch up on chat here. Mullet Proof with the 300 biddies. Fucking go. What's up, Mullet? How's it going, brother? Welcome back. Any investment bankers in the chat? And then, Jesus Christ. Go ahead, Tanner.
What?
Oh, never mind. You're just breathing in your mic again. Pork
My
adobo.
my sound gate must have got messed up.
Yeah, it's possible for sure. Yeah. But
Okay.
pork adobo, Jada Pinkett, and Pritch, each with the 1,000 biddies. Let's fucking go. Jesus, dude. You guys are nuts today, dude. You guys are nuts. Pork, welcome back. Jada Pinkett, thank you. And of course, young Pritch. fucking rich pritch, I should say. Let's all settle down. But yeah, boys, I appreciate the love very much. Honored, humbled, and of course, incredibly privileged. So I appreciate you guys for real. Thank you very much. By the way, Tanner, did you have any announcements?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
All right. So that is it for announcements. Once again, thank you all for the support. And we got a long trek ahead of us. So if you were listening for the jingle, here it is. All right. So first section here, playlist updates real quick. Not too much to talk about here. We got regular Ground War Reinforce, which is 32 players. I meant to look up what this is, but I don't know. Do you know what this is, Tanner? Is it like the search and destroy with Respawn? Is that what Reinforce is?
I don't remember. It's probably something nobody plays anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, that's in the...
Something to do with how the flags are held, I think.
Okay. Well,
Don't
keep
know.
that in mind for sure.
Yeah.
Blueprint Gunfight is back, I guess. Shoot the Ship, which is a mosh pit of Shoot House and Shipment, a fan favorite playlist. And then Face Off Verdansk Stadium, which is a new gunfight map, which I actually like that idea. I haven't played it yet, though. Although Face Off is technically not actually gunfight. It's just like a 2v2 of like kill confirmed, TDM, shit like that. And then for Warzone, we got 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, Plunder Quads, and then Kingslayer Trios. Do we know what that is?
It's something about like getting kills does something. We're gonna look into it.
Getting kills does something.
It like respawns or does something weird.
Okay. Well, Tanner's gonna research what that is. It's an LTM, that's why we don't really care about stuff like that. So, and then there is one more little playlist, which I will share with you on the screen. Class, if you can direct your attention to the screen. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War in Warzone. So there's a little limited time mode called Know Your History in Warzone right now, and you play it, and then at the end of it you get to see the gameplay trailer for Black Ops Call of Duty CIA Operation Northwoods Red Door Vundy Bop Edition 2020 game. So yeah, basically you do it. You can just go on YouTube and watch the trailer, of course, but if you play the limited time mode, there's like, you get a calling card, an emblem. I think you get a weapon blueprint as well.
It's an SKS, yeah.
Okay, so you shouldn't use it, but you do get some things for doing the LTM. So it might be worth playing. Now, anyways, there's a schedule here. It's not always in the game, but it's going to be today. Today is over. August 27th, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Pacific. The 28th, 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific. And then the 29th, 8 to 10 Pacific a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific is when you can do this playlist. Once again, you can see the trailer on YouTube. But if you wanted the skin, the weapon skin, the fucking calling cards, and all of that shit, then you should play it. Tanner, have you played this yet?
I haven't played the new update since it came out, actually. I haven't had time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I really wanted to use the new LMG too, but I have not had time, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, mine's Damascus, but...
Is it actually?
Yeah, of course it is.
Really?
It's an LMG. It takes 30 minutes.
By the way, Kingslayer Trios, the circle, instead of getting smaller, it moves around the map constantly. That may actually be fun. That may be something I want to try out tonight. Yeah, that could be fun.
Mm-hmm. It certainly fucking could be fun.
Could be.
So, yes, I have played this. I played it this morning. And I don't know. I liked the actual reveal Like the trailer was good, but the whole mission to like get there was, I don't know, it was pretty dumb. I would say that the event overall was actually better than I expected it to be, but it still wasn't great. It certainly wasn't a Travis Scott concert. It wasn't that cool, but it was interesting. And the actual trailer itself was quite cool, especially because when you're running toward the stadium, it starts to play, but you can still control your character. And then it takes you into the full trailer where you can't control your character anymore. I thought that was actually well done, and that was pretty cool. But the whole mission leading up to that point was really dumb, in my opinion.
It was kind of dumb, but it didn't take too long. Like, I understand it. I think it's kind of basically so everyone can get in the lobby, they can get their bearings straight, and then, I don't know, it kind of had to have everyone loaded in fully so that they could, you know, like 10 minutes later, start the actual trailer. So, like, it didn't take that long. I was watching Doug's stream when he was doing it, so it wasn't bad. But yeah, the trailer reveal part was really cool when it told you, like, you need to run to stadium, like everyone's gonna die basically. And you know, like that nuclear what's that like nuclear alarm sound starts going off.
It's called a klaxon?
Is that what it's called?
I think it's called a klaxon.
Really?
Klaxon.
Anyways, that started going off. Everyone's running towards the stadium. That was dope, actually. And then your screen kind of starts flickering. It starts saying things like "Know your history." That was really cool, actually. Like, that gave me fucking goosebumps. Actually, it was dope, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, the actual short little lead up to it, it was whatever. But I mean, it didn't take more than 10 minutes, so it was pretty cool, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't an in-game live concert, right? Like Fortnite does, but it was really cool, and I'm glad to see they pulled something off. And there weren't really any issues. There were a few like server loading issues in like the first 3 minutes, but surprisingly, it worked really well, actually.
Yeah, I have to say, it was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
for sure. So anyway, yeah, you can go to Call of Duty's Twitter for the schedule of the Know Your History thing. But again, you can just watch the trailer on YouTube, unless you want the dumb SKS weapon blueprint thing. So, yeah, that is that. That's going to be like the most of today's episode. But this is technically in a playlist update, so I just wanted to talk about it real quick, and then we're going to circle back here a little bit later. So for now, we have some patch notes for this shit game. By the way, you guys can see there is a Black Ops Cold War timer on the stream now. That will be there until this game is done, because I can't wait. I'm counting every second. I cannot wait until 78 days, 5 hours, 38 minutes, and 22 seconds pass, so I don't have to ever play this fucking shit game again.
I'll keep that in mind.
So keep it in mind for sure.
Well, you're going to have to play it because Warzone's the same as in Cold War.
Oh boy, we're getting to that. So anyways, patch notes from the 20th. The 12 gauge underbarrel for the FAMAS got nerfed for Warzone really hard. So now it's dog shit like it should be and used to be. The Bruin also got completely gutted, and I'm going to talk about that a little more.
Let's not say gutted, though. Let's not say gutted.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it more.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. So
I don't have it unlocked, so.
Okay, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. The ISO, they reduced the movement penalty for the drum mags, and they increased the base strafe speed, aim down sight strafe speed. So the ISO got buffed pretty considerably. And then the 725 sawed-off barrel got nerfed very minorly. So courtesy of Exclusive Ace, we have some actual data for you, since they're too dumb to give it to us themselves. So the Bruin used to have an upper torso damage multiplier. It doesn't anymore. So you can either get regular ass damage or headshot damage, but there's no in between upper torso damage, which is very good, by the way. So the fact that that got removed is really bad. So now you can no longer 3-shot someone in, or 4-shot or 5-shot, doesn't matter. That's a big deal. So number one, there is no more 3-shot kill for the Bruin. Unless you're getting headshots.
Unless you're getting headshots, yeah.
So that's pretty big. And then they also increased the recoil, and they increased the recoil even more with the 60 round mags. So it kind of got fucked. It got fucked. So now you don't think this is that big of a deal, Tanner? Tell us more.
I was just saying that. I was just trying to argue. I don't have it unlocked still, but I know after this, when did this patch come out? What day was that?
The 20th, 6 days ago.
Yeah, so I mean, I was still getting
Thursday.
killed by it in Warzone. So obviously people were still trying it. It seemed really good on the kill cams, but the kill cams don't really give you a whole lot of info. But I felt like I was getting lasered by it.
Okay.
But
well,
that graph alone though, that that recoil pattern though, that got fucking destroyed. You're right.
yeah. Yeah. I would say this might be the first time it was over nerfed, actually. Yeah. This was a lot. This was a lot. The thing is, it's fine for multiplayer still. It's just for Warzone, it's just not. It's not terrible, so I don't know if it's an over nerf, but it's definitely not the best anymore. There's a 0% chance that that's true. So anyways, when we go on to the ISO, ADS movement speed went from 62 to 65%. Not huge, but it's something. And then the 50 round drum movement speed, it used to be 88.5%. Now it's 93%. That's big. That's a big deal. So the ISO got helped a lot, for sure. Especially this 50 round drum mag movement speed, because now it's like worth running the 50 round mag, which was needed, which is very good, which I'm quite happy with. I really like the ISO now. I haven't used it too much in Warzone because I usually kill people before they're even fucking close to taking a whiff of my cock, but I'll give it to them. So I haven't used it that much, but it seems like it's going to be pretty fucking good. Any thoughts on the ISO, Tanner?
I haven't tried it in Warzone yet either, but maybe I'll try that tonight actually.
Yeah.
Because you can set that up really well with a nice hip fire class and with that movement speed now. Yeah, that was the biggest thing I think in Warzone was it had awful movement speed compared to the MP5.
Yes, I think
so. It's like
too.
if I'm running a kilo or something as a primary, I want really quick movement speed on my secondary class to run from cover to cover. So that is a pretty big increase with speed.
Yeah, it's huge actually. It's huge. And you have to run the 50 round mag. So if the 50 round movement speed is shit, then you just can't use the gun. Because the default 20 mag is too small. 30 is also too small, especially too small for Warzone. So now that the 50 is usable, that's good. And then the sawed-off got very marginally nerfed. 250 to 267 millisecond ADS time increase with the sawed-off barrel. Shouldn't ADS with a shotgun anyway, so don't care. And then the movement speed went from 98 to 97%. Again, fine. And the one-shot range got nerfed by about a meter, from 9 to 8 meters. So, I mean, the 725 hasn't been a problem for a very long time now. So I don't know why they just randomly decided to nerf something that wasn't really an issue. But I'm not mad about it. You have any thoughts on that 725?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird time to nerf it. I mean, I really don't understand it. I mean, I think it still is a little overpowered in multiplayer, but I'm also the person that believes shotguns should not exist in first-person shooters.
Yep.
So, I mean, I would rather just not have it there. Anything that one taps like that at a range, I don't think should be in the game. It doesn't take much skill. That's why you always see shit players using it.
Especially without having to aim.
Yeah, especially without having to aim. Yeah, just run around, hip fire.
Yeah.
So, it's not a huge change. I don't think it'll really do much, but
yeah, it's something.
Weird they're still thinking about it, and they still haven't done anything to the MP5, which has been overpowered for 10 months.
Well, hold your horses there, Chief.
We'll call it that.
But yeah, it's just weird. It's just like when they buffed the M91. It's like no one wanted this. Why are you wasting time on this? Hey, let's fix things that actually need to be fixed. So, and then amazingly, there were actually no stealth changes with this patch, which I think is like the first. Oh wait, psych. Of course there were stealth changes because Infinity Ward's dog shit. So let's get into them. And these are, of course, courtesy of our dear friend of the pod, Exclusive Ace. You know, do I have him on speed dial? It's possible. I don't.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. I wish I did. But anyway, yeah, this is all courtesy of Exclusive Ace, the real purveyor of patch notes. Read a book. So first thing they did, this is the MP5. And now you might not see the difference here, but this is a screenshot from before and after the patch. You'll notice, you might not notice it at all, but they changed like the weapon model. And you can kind of maybe tell here. But then if we go to this next screenshot, now you can tell. The red is before, and then the not red is after. So they just changed.
No, I think it's the other way. Because the post patch is wider. Isn't it? Yeah, post patch is wider. So the red is the after.
Okay, so the red's the after, and then the not red is the before. So it changed pretty significantly. Now, some people were saying, okay, and by the way, this change happened, what, 5 days before the CDL championships, where everyone uses the MP5. Before, real quick, Tanner, some people make this argument that, well, the recoil, the damage, whatever, nothing else got changed except cosmetically. So quit crying. It's not that big of a deal, is what some people are saying. And then other people are saying, wrong. That's super dumb, especially right before the CDL, whatever, championships. Do you think if you're a CDL pro player going to the champs and you've been a sub the entire season and nothing changed about the gun except the model, do you think that's a big deal or not?
I see them all complaining about it. I understand that IDub is shit for changing anything. I mean, I think it's down to the final 4 teams or something. I don't know. I don't pay that close of attention. But the fact that they would make any sort of change to anything competitive right before the grand finals of the how many millions of dollars did it cost an organization to join this Call of Duty league?
30.
And the Call of Duty league has just shafted them all year, not listened to any of the pro players. They don't care. They don't do what they want. They don't take anything they say into consideration. They don't do the weapon nerfs or buffs properly. You know, they have to come to gentlemen agreements to stop using things because IDub won't like remove them or, you know, whatever, things like that. Or patch things. So the fact that they make any change is fucking ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Especially when people have to fork out, or these organizations have to fork out that amount of money to join the Call of Duty League. I mean, that amount of money kept out some big organizations like 100 Thieves even. So like they weren't messing around this year. And the fact that they've treated the pro players so poorly is terrible to those guys. So it's not a big change. 95% of you, well, 99% of you that play multiplayer probably wouldn't even notice this.
Including
but for
us.
Yeah, but for a pro player, when you're playing multiplayer 5, 8, 10 hours a day scrimming and practicing, you notice things like that because they block your view. You know, you've practiced maps all year long, aiming a certain sight line, playing your area of the map, and just changing that model a little bit to cover more of your screen screws you up.
Yes.
So it just goes to show you the incompetence this year has been fucking outrageous. They've done such a horrible job at certain things. So the pro players are absolutely furious. They can't wait for Treyarch, but I mean, they also hated Black Ops 4, so everyone keep that in mind too.
Yeah.
But they can't wait for Treyarch's game.
Well,
so
yeah,
we'll see. But yeah, IDub is dog shit for doing anything right before this. And again, is this something they meant to do, or is this just some sort of bug that came about? I mean,
that's the real question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Otherwise, it seemed completely unnecessary, right? I think it's more likely it was something that wasn't intended, which we've probably seen a lot this year, and we just don't know what was intended or what was just so poorly done.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. I mean, so I agree with you. I think this is actually a way bigger deal than some of these dumbs, the dumbs on Twitter think, where they're like, oh, dude, the damage is the same. It's barely different. Doesn't matter. It's like, okay, well, like you said, these guys that use subs, they'll go to like a sight line and hold it for 15 seconds or some shit. And now their character model's slightly different. So maybe there's something that's like obstructed that they relied on not being obstructed for the last 7 fucking months. So it's like actually a way bigger deal than people like realize, you know?
Yeah, and like Game of Chair just says in chat, makes a bigger difference with a console field of view too. Fills even more of your limited view. Really exactly. That's the big thing. So on PC, it doesn't really matter because our FOV is what 30 higher than what they're playing on, something like that. Our field of view,
a lot.
So it makes a lot bigger difference when your screen is already smaller and your field of view is garbage.
That's a super good point, Game of Chairs. Thank you for saying that. Because I wouldn't have thought of that, but you're absolutely right. Yeah. So I don't know. They're just crazy. So luckily though, fortunately, the servers for CDL are like different than live servers. So they can just revert back to like whatever, a previous patch and then play it that way. But they're not going to.
I was going to say it's the league is
put on
by who runs the league? Is it Activision or is it just
Activision?
I don't know. But either way, they're not going to do that. Yeah.
They've confirmed they won't do it. They could, but they're choosing not to. And Scump is like pissed on Twitter. That's a funny fucking couple tweets to read. I would go there because he's just like contemptuous. He's like, LOL, this game's shit. Like, they could easily run this on a different. They already have dedicated servers for CDL that are at whatever 60 hertz or ticks, whatever. Hertz is right, but they're not going to. They're going to have this updated MP5 model, which like half of every person in the CDL uses. They're just dumb.
There's probably
they're dumb.
3 players on each team use it, 2 or 3, I would imagine.
2 or 3, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like full time, like that's all they use.
Yeah, it's so crazy, and the fact that they're not rolling it back is that's the real travesty. So, anyway, get shit on console players. Also, AK-47 with the RPK barrel got a very fun and exciting cosmetic change as well. Class, if you can turn your attention to the screen here. Tanner, do you notice any issues with the screenshot we're looking at here?
I notice a issue, yes. I noticed that you can't use the iron sights because your character model's dumb hand is blocking it.
He's literally holding it thumb side up. So imagine you have your left hand palm up like you're about to like pick up a plate and now flip it. Your thumb is just on top of the fucking barrel right in front of the iron sights. So if you're using an AK with an RPK barrel, you literally can't use the iron sights because you're just going to be looking at your dumb thumb. They're so dumb. How do you make this many terrible decisions?
It's
obscene.
I mean, who are they hiring?
I don't know how
other
you change a
development
character
companies
model.
are
Like,
fine.
I don't know how you hire a character model like this. Excuse me. I don't know how you implement a character model like this and not notice it. Like, how does that happen? Do you accidentally code it in and your guy changes his grip on a gun? Like, what? How's this even possible? I don't know. I think this is one of the problems with the gunsmith. I think that's why all this dumb shit happens. Because they do like a weapon balance change and they didn't account for the 79 attachments that gun has or whatever. They try and change one thing and it just like fucks everything up. I don't know. So anyway.
True, yeah. I would imagine if we're not having a full gunsmith next year, there won't be nearly the amount of issues with weapons as there was this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So they're dog shit. So, and then lastly, the last hidden patch update that we know about. The R90, the R90, the shotgun where you fire twice and you have to like do a thing. White West Coast liberal elite. They now technically have Dragon's Breath rounds. However, they're locked. And like all these attachments that get added post-release, you have to like unlock them. But whatever the criteria is to unlock these, it's impossible to do right now. So they're in the create a class thing, but you just can't equip them and you can't unlock it to equip them. Now, I was watching Exclusive Ace's video on this, and he was saying, dude, if there's going to be Dragon's Breath on the R9, this might be even better than the Origin for like Warzone shotguns, because apparently incendiary rounds in Warzone are like very good right now, or in general. So if you put them on an R9, which is a really good shotgun, in general, it would be disgusting in Warzone. So any thoughts
I'll keep
on
that in
that, Tanner?
mind. I'm not a shotgunning piece of shit, but I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not excited for it because, yeah, exactly. I'm over the Origin meta, and I would not be excited for the Dragon's Breath meta. But
Yeah.
it might be coming.
I'm not a shotgun piece of shit, so I'll just stick to my MP5.
Yeah, well, yeah, also, but yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways. Oh, Tier says they're not locked. The progress just doesn't work. I saw a guy using it. Well, how do you equip it if the progress doesn't work? Maybe it just doesn't show that you're unlocking it until it's already unlocked or something. That's interesting, Tier. I would like more information on that. If you could post in the Discord in like the multiplayer general or something at me and say how you unlocked it, I would appreciate it. You don't have to, but I would like it. Additionally, there was another patch on the 24th, 2 days ago. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I picked out some important notes that I thought would be worth covering. So first of all, adjusted weapon stat graphs to better match rate of fire and post-launch weapon balancing. Now, this is fake news. They probably didn't do this. I just wanted to point it out because it's amusing that they think they fixed their dumb stat graphs. The only thing I'll say is, even after them saying that in these patch notes, don't trust the dumb graphs for the weapons, for the rate of fire or the range or anything. They're all fake news before or after any kind of change. Another thing that was very interesting to me, Sniper Thermal Scope lowered optic resolution and reduced thermal range. So what reduced thermal range means is even if you don't have cold-blooded, if you're too far away, you're not going to be highlighted in white. I understand what that means. What does lowered optic resolution mean?
Maybe when somebody shows up on it, they're not just like as crystal clear as they were before. I don't know. Maybe like, I don't know what thermal scopes look like in real life, really. So maybe it looks more, you know, not as solid, like not a perfect outline of a person, you know, something like that. Just not as high of quality like a sight would probably look in real life. So it sounds like to me like the thermal sight is, it's chalk, dude. Like you're bugging if you're using that.
Yeah, on a stack. Yeah. Do you agree with this change?
It's another one of those changes that if they were going to do it, I would have liked it like 3 months ago when everyone was using the thermal optic.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I haven't been killed with a thermal scope and I don't even remember. No time recently whatsoever. So maybe people still use them. I don't die a lot in Warzone, so it could be that. I don't know. But really, I don't see people using them anymore, so.
Yeah.
That's why I still don't get why people run cold-blooded. I see people doing that often still, which surprises me.
Yeah, it's dumb. You should run EOD since everyone uses C4s. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the change. The only reason I even want to run a thermal is because the visibility is so shit that it's nice to be able to see something.
Yeah.
That's on my screen. You know, like when an enemy's on my screen, it's cool to be able to see the enemy on my screen. In the first-person shooter game, you know?
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Have you ever played PUBG? You can see players from like 1,000 meters away clearly. It'd be
Really?
nice, huh? We can't see people from 100.
Must be nice. Yeah, I absolutely don't know what that's like, so.
Yeah.
Anyway. Fix for a bug where the parachute could open randomly when jumping over certain areas of the map. Okay. That's a good thing to... That would be a good change to make. That would be a good fix to make because it's definitely a problem. Odds that this actually got fixed. How do you believe it, Tanner? Or is this fake news?
I don't believe it only because there were so many areas of the map where you would just like jump off a little wall or jump off a building that wasn't tall enough to deploy your parachute, but it still was. So I don't think it's possible they fixed every area of the map that was having that issue. But I'm glad they're working on it for sure. It doesn't really make a huge difference. The only thing I can see is maybe if somebody's close by, they hear the parachute deploy further than your footsteps would be or something. I don't know. But it's just a little bug that's been in there since the game launch.
Yeah, I literally since Warzone launched, we've had that for the entire time. So that's fun and exciting. So they said they fixed it. By the way, they probably didn't. Players may see. Okay, so the self-res bugs. Once again, they said they fixed these. So number one, when you bought a self-res at a kiosk, players may see no UI for self-res after buying it, then see the using ability right before they die when they're downed, but it's too late to actually use it. Which is a hilarious bug. I didn't know that existed. I've known about the other two. I didn't know about that. Can you imagine? You're like sitting there waiting till you have like 300 milliseconds left to press the button or you die, and it's like a fucking Tiger Woods golf swing mini game. You're like, no, fuck, I missed it. Anyways, so maybe you don't have to do that anymore. You probably do. Players may see no UI for self-res when downed, but when they're down, they're still able to use the self-res. They've said they fixed that. And then lastly, players may be unable to buy a self-res because it says you already have it, even though they don't have it. They've also said they fixed that. Now, once again, I don't believe any of this. I don't believe anything Infinity Ward tells me anymore. So they're looking at the issue at least. So keep that in mind. And then lastly, this is for the PC Master Race listeners out there. We appreciate you. Fixed an issue that could lock FOV to 60 after playing a game of Ground War. That could be console and PC actually. Once again, fake news.
That's console's normal FOV, so.
Unironically, it is. Which is the biggest yikes I've ever heard.
It's not that low, but yeah. It's like 90. But yeah.
We'll go with that. Don't care. So I'm an adult.
It's low, but yeah.
Okay. And then there's a new LMG, the Finn. The Finn. So to unlock it, you have to get 7 melee kills with an SMG in seven different matches. That's a giant pain in your ass. Unless you listen to the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast, I'll make it very easy for you. Equip like a PKM, for example. Put on no stock, put on short barrel, and then put on for the muzzle CQB breacher device. And what that does is it makes your melees a one-hit kill, even if they're full health. So you run around with your fast movement speed LMG, and then you just one-tap people and they die, and then you do it 7 times and you have the new LMG. You heard it here first. I would also recommend you have Dead Silence as your field upgrade while you're doing this, so that you can run up on people and they won't hear you. That is definitely the easy way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Good tips there.
Yeah, I got it from JGod, actually.
Quick question. Isn't there a perk that's fast melee too? Wouldn't that be smart to throw on? Is there a perk? Oh, a weapon perk. There's that one perk that does, and I saw JGod's tweet about it, and the first thing I thought of was, isn't there a perk also that helps you melee quicker? Mm-hmm. Pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure it's for every weapon, so look into that. That would be a good one to use too. That's a great idea. I think I exited the video before he got to that part, but yeah. Well, I saw him send a tweet about it, and it didn't say anything about it either. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Good looking out, Tanner. Yeah, that's a good idea. So you could do that as well. And yeah, that makes it pretty easy. It's the dumbest challenge I've ever heard. All these challenges they just incentivize people to go into a match, do a thing, and then immediately leave. So now I have to put up with people quitting all the time for a week while they try and unlock the Finn. They're so dumb. They're such dog shit kids. For all the podcast listeners, there's a bunch of people in the chat right now saying that it only took them between 6 and 12 minutes to unlock it. So should be pretty easy. And especially with those hot tips, it'll be 5.5 minutes. True. So yeah. Also, once you do get the gun, it is very unique. It's very unique. It has some goofy attachments. One of the goofy attachments is 2 sets of barrels. So it has the normal barrels, like a short barrel, a long barrel, another long barrel. And then it has an adverse
version of each of those barrels. And what that does is it takes the fire rate of the LMG from like 650 RPM to 1,100 RPM if you're using one of these adverse barrels.
Jesus.
So when you're using these barrels, it increases the fire rate, increases the recoil, obviously, by a lot, by the way. And it slightly decreases the damage range. Maybe the damage values too, but I'm not sure. But I know the damage range. But still, your time to kill goes up when you have these barrels on. They're fucking nasty, dude. Nasty. Nasty.
They look really fun.
It is fun as fuck, dude. And it also has a chainsaw, which is a stock. And the stock puts like a handle on top and then like another handle behind. Like you're holding like a chainsaw.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. That's clever, man.
I didn't name it, so suck me off. But anyways, yeah. And then what that does is it disallows you from ADSing and using iron sights. And instead what happens when you ADS is your hip fire spread just tightens up. And then you like basically hip fire people all the time. For those of you who played Black Ops 4, the chainsaw stock is exactly the same as the Hades crossbar. The only difference is the chainsaw is dog shit and the Hades crossbar was overpowered. Yeah. It's just not that good. The adverse barrels are very good, but the chainsaw stock is dog shit. So, Tanner, any thoughts in general on the Finn LMG?
So again, I haven't used it, but from what I've seen on Twitter, little clips and everything, people say it's nutty in multiplayer, but I haven't seen any clips of it in Warzone yet. People are probably still leveling it up. I know Lowcap or somebody told us nobody was using it in the Warzone tournament, but it also could be they're going into a tournament. They haven't used the gun a whole lot. They're probably just going to stick to what they're used to. Yeah, they may not have even had it max level, but we'll see. We'll see in like the next week or so if people start using it a lot. And then, but yeah, I'm excited to try that one for sure. I'm very excited. So maybe I'll probably unlock that tomorrow, get some work on it, and then hopefully use it on Saturday. Yeah.
So my opinion of it is, mine's Damascus. So I've used it quite a bit. Number one, yeah, the crossbar is just, I'm sorry. The chainsaw is just dog shit. It's not that good. I mean, it's fine, but it's not great. It's better to not use that than it is to use it. And the adverse barrels are really good. In multiplayer, it's actually quite fucking good. It's quite strong. But pretty much every LMG is quite strong in multiplayer. But this one's like very strong. But when you're using those adverse barrels, then it's a lot of recoil, man. Even when you put on like an underbarrel, like a Merc foregrip or some shit, it's still like quite a bit of recoil because the rate of fire is just so insane. You're just fucking, you know?
But you got to think that people are going to use it, I would think, in place of like an MP5. So does that really matter if you're within 30 meters, 20 meters?
Well, so what I was going to say is it's very good in multiplayer. I don't know how well it's going to do in Warzone because the recoil is so high. Yeah. So then Tanner's response was, well, aren't they going to use it instead of a sub? I would say no, because the sprint, it's still like an LMG. It's still pretty slow.
Yeah, it still handles like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks, the fire rate's just nutty. So I don't see how you could use something like that with the adverse barrels, at least, you know, with that recoil, and run an SMG with it. It seems like you wouldn't have any sort of long to medium range weaponry.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think, and I don't know if it's better to use that with the adverse barrel or to use it with just a regular long barrel. And maybe it's better that way for Warzone. Because with a regular barrel, it's very little recoil. So, and it's still got like great damage and shit like that. So I just don't know what the meta is going to be now. So,
okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But yeah. And then we have another little note here. It's kind of crazy because it just magically materialized. So Tanner, go ahead and tell us what I'm looking at here.
So this was a tweet I saw earlier today from John Sparrows. I don't really know who that is, to be honest, but apparently he's got 200,000 subs on YouTube. But there's now a feature people have been seeing in game that tells you when a cheater has been banned. So he posted a screenshot. It says, like when you're loading in and it's telling you like new things or whatever's going on, like the message of the day in game. It says, banned player, thank you for your report. Players who violate our policies disrupt Warzone and Modern Warfare. We can't provide specific details about account penalties, but we can say that your report did result in a ban. So that's interesting. A lot of games do that, and I'm glad Infinity Ward's doing it now because it may actually feel like reporting does something. Because I don't report often, so if I report like 2 times a week and I see that message the next week, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, it doesn't matter because they're going to be cheating again by the time I get that message saying they were banned on a new account.
Yes. So
it doesn't matter, but I appreciate them telling us that somebody was banned.
Yeah. You know why I like this? Because just like you said, it's going to incentivize more people to report. And hopefully, when more people start reporting, they get so many reports that they realize the system's untenable, and then they develop an anti-cheat.
Yeah.
I want to create more work for them because they're dumb, and I want their company to waste millions of dollars paying employees to manually review VODs like assholes to ban cheaters. And the more we report, the more time and money we can make Activision waste for their dumb decision to not have an anti-cheat. So I like this because it's going to make more people report, and it's going to waste more money for them, which is fantastic. Yep. Is this helpful in any way to us? Of course not. Just like you said, doesn't matter. Don't care if someone got banned. They have 8 accounts anyway. So
they're going to start giving you some message of the day saying, stop reporting players. None of them are cheating. You're annoying. You're wasting our time.
If they did, I would report more too. Like, it's actually pissing them off.
The only 2 people that get that will be you and TGD for reporting console players every time you get killed.
Dude, oh my God, he's so funny. I learned this. I learned that trick from the gaming definition. I'm watching a stream and some guy kills him in a tank, right? Very obviously not cheating. He's just a dude in a tank. And then he just reports the guy for cheating and doesn't say a goddamn word, like nothing happened. I was just crying laughing. I thought it was so funny. So now I do the same thing. And then another little fun and exciting change here. I did see this. I forgot to mention it though. So thank you for adding it. If you pick up an armor satchel, it now gives you full plates also. This was not in the patch notes, but it's an interesting development. So my first question is, do you think they did this on purpose? Or do you think it's just a bug? Like, oh, shoot, it gives 8 plates. We didn't mean for that. And if it's on purpose, do you think it's a good change, Tanner?
I do think it was on purpose, actually. I mean, whenever we saw them, it's like, oh, okay, cool, there's a satchel. But now, when you pick up a satchel, it's like, oh, damn, that's a big deal. Like, if I'm early round, I don't have a loadout yet. I get ripped off the start. I have a weapon I picked up off the ground. I have 0 plates. If I find the armor satchel, I'm like, oh, shit, dude. Like, that could save our whole team. We can divvy up those plates real quick. So I think it's a good change. I don't think it'll really affect a ton. I don't think we'll notice, like, having longer gunfights or something because more people have more armor. I don't know. I don't think it would make that big of a change, but I am happy they did it because it was kind of weird always that they added the armor satchel in, but yeah, you didn't get anything with it. Like, it was just, oh, cool, you can hold more plates, but they don't give you anything.
Yeah.
So, I like it. I think, though, the spawn rate of those need to be lowered if that's the case, because they're easy to find. I mean, 100% of the time that we're in the final circle, like top 5, top 7 teams, all of us have an armor satchel every single time. Yeah. So they're a little too common if they're going to do it that way. Maybe just tone down the spawn rate by like 20% or something. But either way, I'm not mad about it. I think it was on purpose and it just wasn't in the patch notes.
Interesting. I think, Yeah, I was gonna say instead of lowering the rate of them, that might be a good idea. I don't feel too strongly either way, but I'm thinking if you're gonna have any plates in it at all, maybe 3 or 5
Yeah,
or
3 or
something.
5. Yeah, you could do that too.
Because 8's a lot, dude. Like that's a big fat come up. But that's
Yeah.
not necessarily bad. I don't know. I'd have to think about that more. But
Yeah.
it's interesting. So now if you guys are playing Warzone, you see a satchel, scoop it because you'll get 8 fucking plates. By the way, okay, what if I already have a satchel and I have no plates? When I find one, I can't scoop it because it doesn't let you swap. It says you already have a satchel. So then there's just 8 plates sitting there that you can't use. That's unfortunate. It would make me sad.
Yeah, it's interesting, actually.
It's actually kind of gameable, too, because you could have one of your dumb fuck teammates pick it up, and then he can just drop you 5 plates, and he's still going to be plated up, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel too strongly about it either way, though. So.
I'm going to go pee.
Okay.
Before we get into the next part.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, brother. So, while Tanner's waiting to pee, I'm just going to catch up on chat here real quickly. Thank you all for being here. We're maybe halfway through this podcast, maybe not. Like I said, this is going to be a thick episode. We haven't even gotten to the bulk of this episode, the meat and potatoes, as it were, which is the fucking next game. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Bundy Bop, Red Door 2020, CIA Black Helicopters, Gitmo, Operation Northwoods Edition 2020. Which releases in 78 days, 4 hours, 59 minutes, and 55 seconds at the time of recording this video. So. Should have made satchels let you equip an extra plate rather than the ability to just reserve more. Nah, I don't think so. I think if you could have 4 plates, the time to kill would be so slow. It would just be too much, I think. I think 3 is like pretty good, actually, for BR. I don't know. My main thing is that stopping power shouldn't be in Warzone. That's the thing that pisses me off about it. Did they really, Mateo? Satchels originally came with plates? That's interesting. I'll keep that in mind. Will Swift be playing the new COD? What's up, Toxic? I have no idea. Probably. Swift played this one when it released. Yes, Optimus. Cold War will be cross-platform. Yeah.
Boy, will it.
We'll get into that. So, anyway, Mr. Tanner is back. So let's continue here. So yeah, now we're getting into news and upcoming changes, which is definitely the most important seminal thing about today's episode. So number 1, we have Season 5 Reloaded, Games of Summer commence in this game and in Warzone, of course. This was leaked by none other than Young Douglas himself. It's pretty much exactly what Doug said, which is kind of crazy, although not terribly surprising. So the new little games start on the 28th. Have you looked into this really at all, Tanner?
I did, and then I saw it's like all trials, so therefore automatically didn't care. The entire thing is trials.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, there's the Kingslayer, which is in right now, but the actual Games of Summer, like with the blueprints and stuff you get, you're playing trials, so I don't care.
Yeah, agreed. And a lot of this shit is like, so basically, yeah, you have like unlimited entries, and you do like these little trial games. So like you'll shoot at cardboard cutouts of enemies and avoid shooting at cardboard cutouts of civilians. You'll go through shoot houses, kind of like the first mission in like Modern Warfare 1, where you're like, what kind of name is soap? Price tells you that, and then you do the thing like that.
Yeah.
But there's a pentathlon of trials, so.
The only thing trials are good for is if you care about leveling up to max level quickly. Pop a double XP and do trials, you rank up like 4 times as fast as you would playing multiplayer Warzone. It's actually crazy.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to hear, Optimus. Another PC convert. If you get it from Power GPU, tell them the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast sent you. And then here's my second thought here. Guess who all the gold medal winners are going to be? cheaters.
I'll keep that in
They're
mind.
just gonna boat this and get like a 2-second gun course gold medal. Never miss, always be perfectly accurate. So these games are fucked. They're so bad. So dog shit. Anyway, let's see what the rewards are, if there are any. To the victor goes the spoils for self and country. Boy, I don't know, but I don't care. I'm going to be honest. So you get some cosmetic shit. You get a weapon charm, some other things. You guys can go to Activision blog and look into it yourselves, but you shouldn't care because you only have 78 days left of this game anyway, so it's not going to matter. So anyways, that is that. What else do we have here? We also got a little leaky boy from leaked game files. And then there are a couple new modes. So for Warzone modes, we have Pandemic/Outbreak, Armored Cargo/Truck Wars, Plunder Fire Sale, and Zombies Royale. The leak also indicates a possible night mode coming to Warzone with a nighttime version of Verdansk. Tanner, your thoughts so far on these things?
This has been a rumor for a long time.
It has been. Yeah.
So it's not surprising. Again, when we talked about it last time, we both agreed the visibility may actually be better at nighttime. Especially if they give us like night vision or something weird. Who knows, dude? Or like, I don't know, some sort of thermal shit we wear on our head.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's night vision
see.
modes in multiplayer.
Again, it would be cool for a limited time mode, which is obviously what it would be. And so, I mean, yeah, it'd be fun to try. But again, I don't care about things like that. We don't usually care about limited time modes. That, I think, would be a more popular one for sure, though, that they've ever put out, if they do that.
Yeah. So for me, it's like, I don't care about any of these things except Zombies Royale. Oh, you know what? I don't care anymore. You know what that's probably going to be? It's going to be like Infected meets Warzone. So it's going to be like some of the people in Warzone, like non-infected, will land from the plane. And then if you're infected, you'll just spawn on the ground as a zombie. And then that's going to be Zombies Royale, which is going to be dumb and don't care.
That could be fun, but that's... I wonder how the zone would work. Because it'd be way... They'd have to like have the zone very small to start with or something, or that would be incredibly boring.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, no matter what, it's going to be dog shit. Zombie Royale's like Infected. What's up, Doug? Yeah, that's what I thought. So that sounds dumb and don't care. So anyway. Oh, yeah, here we go. A description of Zombies Royale was found. Be the last team with a human alive to win. Players turn into zombies on death, but can become human again by consuming fallen players' hearts. Okay, that's weird. Sounds kind of fun for like a party game mode.
Yeah, you love party games too, so that's perfect.
For sure, keep that in mind. And then we also have shipment to shoot member. Change it.
Actually change it, yeah.
All shoot house, all shipment for a whole month. So I think there's going to be a shoot house playlist and a separate shipment playlist for the entire month of September, which is both, of course, fun and exciting, because those are two of the best maps in this game. And if they're separate playlists, especially, I'm very pleased that those will exist for an entire month. And then Cold War would be out soon after. So
yeah, so they're like, oh, okay. So everyone complains for the last few months, last like 6 months, saying, oh, give us shoot house 24/7, give us shipment 24/7. So they say, oh, you know what? Let's wait till the last month this game's life cycle, and we'll do it then. That'll make them happy, right? Dumb shits.
They're the worst. This is the worst game I've ever seen. So anyway, yeah, that's coming. Go ahead. You're gonna say something?
No.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely not.
Okay. So then also we have we got a hint. This is actually interesting. I'm curious what your thoughts are, Tanner. Call of Duty news on Twitter. During the end of the broadcast today, the CDL hinted at the CDL Championship weekend matches being shown in Verdansk Stadium. And here's the image that is being referenced. So it's like it's an image of stadium, and it says Verdansk Stadium, August 29th to 30th to show the finals. What the fuck does this mean?
I have absolutely no idea. I mean, like, are they just gonna have it like real life time playing on the Jumbotron, which we now know because of Razinon. We know what a Jumbotron is. Like, is it just going to be playing like during those times? Is it going to be some weird thing like a no-kill zone, which they're absolutely not capable of doing in this game, where like you could just go stand there and watch on the big show? I don't know. Or they're just saying that to, like, I don't know, sound cool. Oh, it's going to be, catch us at Verdansk Stadium, and really it's just going to have nothing to do with it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Could just be some dumb little, like, reference they're trying to do.
It would be cool if this meant more than it probably does. But what it's going to mean is, I think they're literally just going to they're just going to have the CDL playing on the Jumbotron live in every instance where a stadium is. Yeah. But there's no event. It's just going to be like, if you happen to be playing Plunder and you happen to be there, it'll be playing on the Jumbotron. But the game's going to be totally normal, and you're going to get assassinated by Kruger while you're trying to watch.
I'm going to be camping, by the way, if that's the case, and killing all of you trying to watch it.
That's a great idea.
I'm going to be on the roof sniping everybody and then teabagging you on the kill cam.
Yes, that's such a good idea. So don't watch CDL in my lobby. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic play there. So it's possible that they mean something cool by this, but I can't stress this enough. I doubt it.
Yeah, if there was some dope event that actually was live and it involved the championship, that would be really cool. But I just think if that was the case, there would have been almost like an announcement for it, not just some extremely vague hint.
Exactly.
From a Twitter account, and that was it.
Exactly. That's another thing, too, that makes me think it's not going to be a big deal. Because they gave us an announcement of an announcement of an announcement of an announcement of an announcement to announce the announcement of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Red Door Vundibop Edition. So to think that they wouldn't do the same thing for an event like this, which would also be pretty cool, is obscene. But Infinity Ward's dumb. They're very dumb, and they're not rational actors, so who knows? Maybe there will be. Maybe this will be the coolest in-game live event we've ever fucking seen, and they didn't promote it at all. Wouldn't surprise me, because Activision is dumb. So we'll see. It probably not, though, is what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
What do we have here? So now we're getting into like the real fun and exciting shit, boys. So let me fucking hold on, dude. Let me just stretch it out. Let me fucking prepare for this. Okay, here we go. I'm ready. Your boy's ready, dude. Let's fucking go. All right, Call of Duty.
You need another beer?
No, I stretched. Literally, I just stretched.
Okay.
It takes me a while because my shoulders are so broad that to swing my torso, it takes a lot of effort and time for the distance. Doesn't matter. We'll talk about that another time. Any biomechanical engineers? Any orthopedic surgeons? Okay, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War available November 13th. Let's fucking go. Yeah, absolutely. So
I can't wait to play it right as it launches.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it now. Hey, what the fuck? Hey, what you doing? Are you going to be camping at the river with your ice chest full of natty ice? God, you make me so angry, and I really can't stress it enough. You river rat fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So as the trailer kept being delayed, I kept getting nervous because we've had a camping trip planned to Big Sur again. Yes, I basically live in Big Sur. From November.
Is that a lake? A mountain?
No, it's Big Sur. It's on the coast, the central coast of California, the gorgeous central coast.
Is there a river?
No. Well, there's a little miniature river there called Big Sur River, but it's like it's not really a river. No.
Okay.
You stupid bitch.
Not sure I believe that, but okay.
We have that booked from November 9th to like November 14th or something.
change it. Who's we?
Me, Sierra, her dad, her little siblings, maybe some friends.
Well, you
I don't
have
know.
friends.
So we'll have to figure that one out.
I think
yeah.
you can't cancel your in-laws' plans or change them, of course.
Yeah, the only thing I can do is maybe I can like leave a day early or
That's
something, drive separate, bounce out of there early.
That's what you absolutely should do, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on a Friday. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
We'll definitely fucking see.
It makes me so furious. So anyways, we'll keep you apprised on Tanner River Rat Shots situation there. But anyways, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War will be available on November 13th. This was officially announced in the trailer that we were talking about at the outset. What else do we have here? So it's going to be on all platforms. The game will be cross-platform. We're going to get into that a little more. Interestingly, the game's also going to be available on PS5 and Xbox Series X. So it's going to be available on actually 5 platforms. The old Xbox, the new Xbox, the old and new PlayStation, and then on PC. Which is weird. And then, of course, the gameplay trailer, or the trailer shows a lot of shit and a little bit of multiplayer, which we're going to get into. But yeah, November fucking 13th. That's when it comes out. Do you remember, Tanner, the day this game launched? Did we get it a day before? Or did we get it at midnight the day of? Or did we get it at like noon the day of?
So that's the other issue with me being gone is they call it November 13th release. For us, it'll probably be November 12th at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's what it was last year. That's usually how... That seems to be how most companies do it now, is they'll release it at midnight Eastern Time. So I think we'll see it November 12th at 9 p.m. Pacific.
Okay.
But we won't know that for like till a week before.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it was 9 p.m. our time because it was 12 o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
I think I remember now. Okay. So that's fun and exciting. That's good for sure, obviously. Yeah. So that's great. So it looks like it's not delayed. Or not much, anyway. I wouldn't call a month outside of the norm a delay, honestly.
That's what it used to be, is November anyways, so...
Yeah, the last one that was in November apparently was World War II, which was the last great Call of Duty game. So maybe that's a good thing. Anyways, this is perhaps much more interesting. In the trailer that you could find from the LTM, the Know Your History LTM, it also mentions that on Wednesday, September 9th, is when we will get the first multiplayer reveal. Multiplayer gameplay reveal. So in the trailer we already have access to, there was some multiplayer, but it was very limited, and there was no heads-up display. So there was no UI, so it's really hard to actually call it a multiplayer reveal. But apparently on September 9th, we will be getting an actual multiplayer reveal. And this was stated in the trailer we have now. So this is as official as it fucking gets. September 9th. So that is not super soon, but whatever. It's 2 weeks from today. Any thoughts in general, Tanner, on this?
I'm very excited for that. This trailer today, I mean, it was exciting to see, but it's... These trailers they release really don't tell us anything. So I'm going to be honest. All you guys saying like, oh, this is the year, like Treyarch is back, this game looks amazing. You're dumb.
Yeah.
We saw almost zero gameplay from that, okay? So unless you're a leaker and you've seen an hour's worth of gameplay that we haven't, let's not say that it looks fantastic because we don't know. The Modern Warfare trailer last year was fucking amazing, and most of you guys don't like this game now. So that's only to keep in mind. It was definitely exciting to watch, though. It was cool seeing the boats, the helicopters, all of that. It was neat. But let's not say the game looks amazing, because those
is the perfect word.
Neat is a great word, right?
I actually agree with it. Like, oh, it's neat. Like, it's cool. Don't really care, but it's neat. That's perfect word. So anyway.
Yeah, so it was exciting. It was great to see, but let's not judge anything else because that showed us nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even the multiplayer reveal will probably be like an hour of them actually playing and then like talking live or something, or some like pre-recorded thing.
Do you think it would be that much, an hour?
Maybe 30 minutes. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be another like dumb trailer like this where it's like 2 minutes or some shit.
Well, the fact that it's on Twitch, didn't they say it's on twitch.tv/Call of Duty? That makes me think they're going to be playing it for a while.
Oh, okay.
But who knows? We'll see.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Tune in September 9th to twitch.tv/Call of Duty. I didn't know this was a Twitch channel, by the way. I'm going to have to follow it, I guess.
Yeah. So isn't Call of Duty League played on YouTube? Isn't that weird? It's twitch.tv. How does...
Dude, they have an exclusive. You're right.
Does that tell us something? Are they dumping YouTube or what? What's going on with that?
Probably not. I think the deal they signed was for like multi-years. That is fucking funny though, because you're right. They absolutely signed a deal and spent a lot of money to be able to stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so funny. Holy shit. Yeah, you're right. How weird. I don't know. Maybe we missed some news on that, but
yeah. So let's not say it looks like a great Call of Duty game and the multiplayer looks great until we watch the reveal. Because I mean, most people also said Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal was even great. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, well, for sure.
We don't really know if we like these games or not until months after they released, anyways. Because it's not so much the release; it's what the dev team does after for the rest of the life cycle. You know, they could release a perfect game and then do bad patches all year.
Yeah, for sure. They could. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, I would say it sounds like it's going to be better than this game. That's what I'm confident saying, based on the leaks we've gotten and like the information we know, and like, you know, the health total and the maps and shit like that. But to say it looks like it's going to be a great game is super dumb, just like you said. Like, you haven't seen anything. You guys are dumb. You're just getting caught up in the cinematic hype because you're dumb. You're dumb kids.
Which was great. It was a great cinematic hype, but it doesn't show us what the game actually really looks like.
Exactly. Great point. And then also, extremely both fun and exciting is this next little piece here. The open beta was also announced in this trailer, in fact. So pre-orders are live for this game, which we're going to get into. And if you pre-order, you get early access to the open beta. So the open beta has been announced. As far as I can see, there is no date set for the open beta of any kind.
There's no date, but all the rumors are the multiplayer reveal is September 9th. And they keep saying the beta September 13th, which now that I look at a calendar, that's a Sunday. That's a Sunday. So that kind of doesn't make sense. I'm wondering if it'd be I'm wondering if it would be the 11th to the 13th. I don't know. That's pretty early. That's almost 2 months. No, that is 2 months before launch.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking time.
Did we ever figure out when the beta for this shit game was? Like how early it was compared to
we looked
launch?
it up last time. I think it was like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, it seems early. 2 months seems super early. So whoever told you that is
that's what a lot of them are saying. So keep that in mind.
I'll for sure keep it in mind, but we're gonna have to. We have a couple more things that will explain a little more why I also find that unlikely. But
the first open beta weekend was September 14th to 16th, and the game released October 25th. So
6
that's
weeks.
Yeah. That would be a very early beta.
Yeah.
That would be hard to play a beta, and then if we loved it, come back and play this game for 2 months.
True. Yeah, I don't see it being that early. I think that's fake news. I also
We'll
don't see a beta starting like right after the first fucking trailer is launched. Like 2 weeks later, there's a beta already. Like, I don't know. It's possible, but
Yeah, we'll see. We'll fucking see.
oh, sorry, I was hydrating.
Were
All
you?
right, so then we also have a little screenshot here. There's going to be a campaign multiplayer, and then some pre-purchase incentives, which we're going to get into in a weapon pack, and also zombies. Zombies is now officially confirmed.
Can we please play zombies in this game, dude? Let's play some zombies. Should we make a YouTube series for your channel with zombies?
Ooh.
Zombie gameplay? People love that shit
Ooh.
for some reason.
I think zombies might be good for our patrons. Get scammed.
Oh, yeah, get scammed, actually. Good idea.
How many people can be in a party, though? 4?
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, it's only 4.
What did you think I meant?
I don't know. Good question. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Anyways,
I'll keep that in mind.
for sure. So zombies will be back. I don't know. If you guys give a fuck about that, then there you go. But we don't have any like real details on it. I think we already all knew that zombies was coming back though. So now you know.
Yeah, we've known for months. Yep.
Yeah, so keep that in mind for sure. So now we have additions, pricing and details and shit. So there are 3 editions of the game: Standard, Cross-Gen Bundle, and Ultimate Edition. So Standard Edition is $60. It's for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. It comes with the game and a weapons pack if you pre-order. And then you also get early access to the beta. And then you get Operator Frank Woods and an assault rifle blueprint for use in this shit game and in Warzone. That's all for $60. So if you're going to buy the game anyway, which you all are if you listen to this podcast, you might as well pre-order it, get early access to the beta, and get some other dumb bullshit in this game. Because it's also going to be $60 when the game comes out. So there's no reason really not to pre-order it, in my opinion. And then the cross-gen bundle is $70. Go ahead, Tanner.
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Trying to
Cross-gen.
scratch my knee.
Okay, well, do it louder. Cross-gen bundle is for all 5 platforms: PS4, 5, Xbox One X, and PC, of course. Oh wait, no, not for PC actually. It's just for those 4, and it's $70. So it comes with the game, and you get the current version for the PS4, for example, and then you also get access to the PS5 one when it comes out. So I think what happens is if you buy it like digitally, if you buy the cross-gen bundle, you can play it on your PS4 until you get your PS5 from your mom and dad for Christmas, and then you can automatically switch over to the PS5 version since you've already spent the $60. And then you also get the weapon pack and all the other shit I talked about. And then Ultimate Edition is for all platforms, $90. It comes with the game. It comes with the cross-platform thing I just talked about. It also comes with the Land, Sea, and Air pack, which is just some cosmetics for the next game, which I'll show you. It comes with a Battle Pass bundle, which is 1 season Battle Pass and 20 tier skips, which is exactly like the Battle Pass bundles in this game. And then you get a weapon. And then you get a exactly. And you get a weapons pack. And then you also get the beta, the Frank Woods, everything else. And then you get 10 tier skips for this shit game. So what this tells you, this actually gives you a lot of information.
It does, yeah.
We're going to get into most of it, but for now I want to specifically highlight this. The fact that it comes with the Battle Pass bundle means Battle Passes are returning in the exact same way that they exist now. It's probably 100 tiers, just like now, where the weapons are all free, and then if you buy the pass, you get all the other shit, and the Battle Passes are bought, etc., etc., etc. Any thoughts on this, Tanner?
My thoughts on this whole section between it saying the operator skins, the vehicle skins, the blueprints, the Battle Pass bundle, it's making this game sound awfully similar to Modern Warfare, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Because if they're doing things like that that are the same, I'm very worried that there will be no prestige again. That the calling card system will be bullshit again. Because I mean, we've seen leaked photos of like the main menu of this game, and even the main menu looks extremely similar to this game. So it's kind of starting to worry me. I know they had said that Prestige was coming back, right? That's what the leak said.
I don't think it did it?
Have they? I'm pretty sure it said Prestige was coming back.
I don't think it did. Maybe it did though. I could be wrong. I will say,
but at the same,
that a battle pass system does not preclude a prestige system. You can have both, and there would be no conflict at all. So the fact that the battle pass is going to be the same as it is this year doesn't mean that there can't be a prestige. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, I forgot what I was going to say. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, no. It was that even like with Modern Warfare, we didn't know the prestige system was not going to be there though until like, I'm pretty sure a few days before the multiplayer reveal or something. Because I remember it was like when the COD partners had went and played the game, they were saying things like there's some things the player base isn't going to like some big changes that seemed unnecessary. And then like the reveal came out and then they made it this big thing saying like, oh, like we're getting rid of prestige mode. We're doing this. There's even more content, blah, blah.
Huh.
So I won't believe like any leaks with that, I don't think, until we get closer to that date. So I don't want to get my hopes up. I hope prestige mode is back. But that's what all that makes me think of, is it's very similar to Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. I'm not sure what I think about that. Honestly, I would be mad if there was no prestige mode, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like if the challenge system was still really good, and like a BO4 challenge system, calling cards and shit, and there was no prestige, I would definitely like a prestige a lot, but if everything else was great, then I don't think I would care that much, to be honest. But we'll see. What else do we have here? So yeah, by the way, this is kind of funny. If you get the regular ass edition of Cold War for your PS4, then if you get your PS5 later, you can upgrade to it for an additional $10, which is perfectly fine with me because the PS5 version is going to be $70 anyway. So if you buy this gen and then you get your PS5, you're going to pay an extra 10, which is 60 plus 10, which is $70, which is what you would have paid anyway. So I think it's actually pretty cool that they're allowing you to do this. So that's interesting.
But did you hear the issue with the Xbox version of the game?
No, tell me more. So
somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought what I read earlier was that, so know how there's the digital version of the Xbox coming? Well, you may not know because you don't pay attention to it. But so of the new Xbox, there's a digital version, which everything has to be downloaded.
Okay.
And if you buy the game for Xbox One right now, like the CD copy, if you then buy the new digital version of the Xbox, you have to buy a whole new copy. Because it won't transfer because you don't have a disc drive. So not that many people buy the disc anyways, but just keep that in mind.
For the Series X?
On one of the versions, on the digital version, it's like $50 less, $100 less. So keep that in mind. Just buy the digital version of the game, which I don't know why you're buying CDs anyways. The PC version, there's no option for a disc. I think there is in like one country, but everywhere else it's strictly on Battle.net, Blizzard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just keep that in mind, Xbox user. If you're thinking about buying that, do not buy the CD copy for Xbox One.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know why you would anyway, but that is good to know. So thank you for sharing that. For sure. Thank you for sharing that. So anyway, that's cool. I guess. And okay, so now here's where we can get into what I wanted to talk about next, which is the thing we were going to circle back to. Welcome to pi. Welcome to diameter. Math. Quick maths. I'm dumb. So this is a picture of the Ultimate Edition. It shows what that bundle comes with, which is the most expensive version of the game, which I've pre-ordered.
Did you? I pre-ordered it too. It's funny.
Oh,
neither of us
course I
told
did.
the other person.
Oh yeah. I didn't tell you or ask because it was a foregone conclusion that of course
Yeah,
we're doing.
you do this every. Yeah, last year you ordered the. Wasn't there a package last year that was like $120? Isn't that what you bought?
No, because it came with night vision goggles. That's
okay.
the
So I
one
guess they're not
didn't
doing any
buy.
of that this year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Not yet, anyway. Maybe they'll announce it later, but I wouldn't care about that shit anyway.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Unless it was something cool. Like, I have all these pop figures for the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast, the hottest up and coming podcast in gaming. So if there was if it came with if there's an edition that was like, I don't know, $3,000 and it came with like a cool statue, I would buy it and not think about it at all.
$3,000. Okay.
I'm just saying the cost doesn't matter. I'll buy it.
Okay.
Don't care. If there was like a cool statue or like a figurine or something, like I'm not going to put night vision goggles on my desk like a fucking asshole. I'm not doing that because it would look dumb. But if there's like some cool, like fucking, I don't know, like, price. Well, I guess it's Treyarch, so doesn't matter. If there was some dude like a figurine, I would buy that. Anyways, doesn't matter.
So you like figurines of guys. Okay. Good enough.
Okay. Okay, keep that in mind. So we have an image here of the Ultimate Edition and what comes with it. So we mentioned there was cosmetics and stuff. So you get open beta access, was everything we talked about. And then you also get 3 operator skins, which I'm looking at a picture of, and they look like a set of operator skins. And then 3 weapon blueprints, which looks like a set of weapon blueprints. And
a shotgun, an M4, and a 1911. Or
Okay.
an M16. M16.
Well, okay. And then we also have 3 vehicle skins. Now, hey, I'm no engineer, but I can tell you what these look like to me. Number 1 looks like a helicopter.
An attack helicopter, actually.
An attack helicopter. A Black Hawk. A Black Hawk that is
down. No. It's not a Black Hawk. No.
Black helicopters.
The second thing I'm looking at is a tank. A tank. Not an APC, but a fucking Abrams Panzer. I don't. Those
It's
are
probably
the
a
only 2 tanks I've ever-
T-72 or a T-60, but yeah, you wouldn't know.
Correct. I wouldn't know. What?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing. Keep going. Finish with the next one.
And the third vehicle skin that I'm looking at is for, hey, you're a river rat. Why don't you tell me what model of sea craft
Jesus
this
Christ.
is? What is this? What am I looking at
It
here?
looks like a boat.
It looks like a boat. Yeah, right?
Looks like a boat, yes.
Okay, well, you've disappointed us all by not knowing what kind of boat this is, but
Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
anyways, the point is the vehicle skins, helicopter, a tank, and a boat. Now, if you can get a vehicle skin for a boat, that would imply that there are boats in this game. And that's not fucking great, in my opinion. First of all, the tank as a vehicle skin means there are tanks that are usable in this game in multiplayer. And I'm pissed about it. So what does this tell you? Well, they're not going to have tanks and 6s. So what that does tell you is there's basically confirmed that there's going to be ground war again. Number 1, which has actually not been confirmed basically until right now. So that's actually huge. Number 1. And then number 2, and if that wasn't obvious, by the way, a helicopter skin, again, there's not going to be a helicopter in 6s either. So again, more confirmation that there's basically ground war or something very similar. Large scale battles. And then lastly, the boat. There's no boats in this game yet, hopefully ever. And there will be so much water in the next game that you're actually going to need to get on a fucking craft to navigate the map.
That'd be right up my alley, dude.
You can't, it will. You can't even swim. You have to get on a craft. You have to get on a vehicle to move around the map because there's going to be that much water. So I'm pissed about this. And if there's so much water that a boat is actually usable, then I'm deeply unhappy. So what are you thinking here, Tanner? Can you like stand on the boat and shoot off of it? Like we're getting real close to Battlefield, and I'm like not thrilled about it.
Okay, that's what I was about to say.
Hold on, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
I think Call of Duty has noticed that the Battlefield franchise is dead as fuck right now, and they've ruined their games. And I'm not kidding. I think that's part of the reason they did what they did this year with helicopters, APCs, and I think that's why they're continuing it. Because most people have left the Battlefield franchise. It's garbage right now. And I used to love that game. I played a ton of Battlefield, but it's shit right now. So I think they noticed there's a space for that type of game again, and that's why they're bringing it back in. The tank makes me absolutely furious. Now, if it's as good as the Battlefield mechanics for tanks, planes, and helicopters are, I would actually be thrilled with that. Now, if it's shit like Modern Warfare, the mechanics for an APC, don't even waste my time. Don't put them in the game. Make it infantry only. But if we can actually have attack helicopters, tanks, boats with machine guns on them that are only on like the ground war maps or something, I think that would be fun as fuck, dude. Because I miss Battlefield.
Well, you don't like
playing
tanks
those games
now, so why would you like them next year?
Because they're on like small dog shit little maps. If they're obviously big maps with like fucking attack helicopters and stuff, I think they'll be bigger ground war maps. And if the mechanics are fun,
interesting. Okay.
And if they're fun and good, better than this game, they'll actually be like worthwhile to use, I think. Like it would be like the Battlefield tank paddles are fun. You know, padding to fire 3 or 4 rounds.
Okay.
But again, what does this tell us about the game? Don't expect much from regular multiplayer because they're not going to care about it. It's going to be all about Warzone from launch. It's going to be about ground war. Multiplayer is potentially going to get left in the dust again. Nobody's going to care about it, which I hope is not the case. But that's already what this is looking like. This is, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm extremely excited, but so far, everything I've seen, this is looking like a reskinned Modern Warfare.
Yeah. So, okay, you brought up some great points and a couple things I want to push back on. Interesting perspective. So you're saying that the fact that there's attack, are we sure this is an attack helicopter?
Well, so why don't you zoom in on it and tell me if you see any sort of missiles or anything on it?
Jesus Christ.
Why don't we start there? So it's a Russian Hind. It's called a Hind. I learned that from Project Reality. I played that.
Yeah.
Which was a Battlefield 2 mod, by the way. Like,
did you fly on one when you had to go to your honeymoon? I know it was a Warzone wherever the fuck you went, so.
I'll keep that in mind.
Were you
stupid
strapped?
bitch. Anyways, it's a Hind. It's a Mi-24 Hind. I looked it up to get the exact name. It is, in fact, an attack helicopter. So it's not a little bird like in this game that just flies you around. This thing fires rockets. They also hold, there's a pilot and a gunner, and then it also has room in the back for transport troops. So are we going to see something we've, again, never seen on Call of Duty? Are we going to see 2-person helicopters, a pilot and a gunner? It's possible. That's how Battlefield is. It's fucking possible.
Okay. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I didn't actually see missiles on the helicopter, but I'll keep it in mind and I'll assume you're correct. I do see on this boat, it's a gunboat. There's very obviously like a 50 cal like mounted machine gun on the front of it. As if we were going through the swamps of Vietnam. So you're saying though that the fact that there's boats and attack helicopters implies that the maps are going to be even bigger than ground war maps in this game?
I would think so, because like you're saying, in order to put boats on it, I'm thinking like there could be a flag on a completely different island.
Yeah.
Like in Battlefield. That's what I'm getting from it, you know?
Interesting. Okay, so here's the thing, dude. If vehicles that can attack shit are going to work well in a Call of Duty game, the reason those things work well in Battlefield, there's 2 of them. Number 1, there were engineers where you could repair vehicles and shit, which this game doesn't have, and I don't see it happening. Number 2, it had the destructible environments, which again, I don't see happening in this game. So if we're not going to have destructible environments, and if you're not going to have engineers to be able to repair vehicles, would you... Let's assume those things are true, that there's not going to be the destructible environments or the repairability. And let's also assume the maps are going to be as big as Battlefield maps. Do you still think that's good?
I still think it would be fun, yes. I mean, I obviously know it won't have destructive environments. But yeah, I mean, maybe that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking more Battlefield, blowing out buildings with a tank, and I'm thinking that's fun. You could be absolutely correct where I start playing on this shit game and realize it's just dumb, and somebody can just hide behind a wall and I can't kill them with the tank. So yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I still think it would be interesting and fun to see. I think it sounds like it's shaping up to be even more different from traditional Call of Duty than this game has been.
That's
so all those
100%.
people saying like 3 weeks ago or like 2 weeks ago, like, oh, COD is back. Well, there's even more vehicles in it, so let's not say that. Yeah, it's even more different than this game.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be great, and I hope it is. But let's not say traditional COD is back, because it's almost looking like traditional COD is never coming back.
Oh, it's dead. Yeah. Remember, dude, quite a few episodes ago, we actually did an episode on this where we were saying, like, if Call of Duty 2020 does not focus on sixes again, then it's never coming back. That's what we said, and now it's confirmed. Yeah. And I agree exactly with what we said then, which is that, yeah, sixes is dead. So if you had fun playing sixes, well, no one cares, apparently, because the focus is just not there anymore, and it never will be again. Period. I just don't see it. I actually don't know. Let's say there's no destructible environments, no repairing vehicles, but the maps are way fucking bigger, like Battlefield size, and we have attack helicopters, black helicopters, and attack gunboats and shit. I actually don't know if that would be fun or not. Like, I'm not sure it's going to work well.
I think that may be the issue with most of the ground war maps right now, is they're too small for like APCs. It's like, don't put an APC on Quarry, don't put an APC on Promenade. They don't belong there. But if I have a big open map, a lot of empty fields like Battlefield has a lot of, I think it could be really fun. But again, the mechanics are just dog shit right now for the vehicles. So unless that improve like triple, then everything I said I take back.
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
Can't wait to fuck you later.
Jesus Christ.
Tell your maid to never come in your office again, in your workspace again. I'm kidding, obviously.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, keep it in mind for sure. So, yeah, my opinion on this, normally when we learn things like this, I can kind of see where it's going to go and if it's going to be good or dog shit. By the way, I've been right when I've made things of that kind almost every time. In this case, though, I actually can't tell you if it's going to be good or bad. Like, I actually don't know if it'll be fun or not. I'm excited for it though, and to be honest, because it'll be so different and like new that I'm curious to see. Maybe it will be good. Maybe it'll be fucking fun. Yeah. It'll be fresh. But I think like you said, don't expect sixes to be great. The focus just is not going to be there, unfortunately. Nope. So that's interesting. Now we have another little image to look at first. But first, okay, let me address the chat here because they've been getting a little unruly. So first of all, Optimus primed with the gifty boy. Let's fucking go. And Gregor's with the Submarino. Let's fucking go. Thank you, boys. Appreciate it. Optimus for the gifty. Greg for subbing yourself. And Greg, I think you said it's your first time here. Welcome, dude. Sorry I couldn't get to you sooner, but this is a thick episode. I want to make sure I can just plug through the information. But I appreciate it nonetheless, dude. Mulletproof Mute with the 1,000 biddies. Let's fucking go. Any investment bankers in the chat, dude? Mullet, thank you, man. Honored, humbled, of course, and as always, deeply privileged. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, Mullet. Honored, humbled, and privileged. And then the Epoxy Viking, the Carpenter Viking, the Messianic Viking, read a book, has cheered a new top cheer in the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast for the month of August. 10,000 biddies. Let's fucking go. Jesus, dude. Viking, you fucking animal, man. God damn, dude. 10,000 bits, dude. 10,000 bits. I think this top cheer overlay, by the way, has scammed lots of money out of people.
Yeah, actually get scammed.
Actually scammed, dude. So Viking has reclaimed his throne as the top cheer. Yeah, Viking is he's done a lot for this. Jesus Christ. A lot for this this stream, this podcast. Been here for quite a while now, actually. And he's going to start streaming himself soon, which we will make sure to broadcast and promote to you you dumb podcast listeners. So Viking, nonetheless, dude, 10,000 bits. You're an absolute fucking animal, brother. I am deeply honored, humbled, and of course, privileged, dude. So for everything you've done and for the 10,000 tonight, my friend, thank you very much. I appreciate you, dude. It means a lot, of course, as you know. So, thank you for that. And then Series and NASA, 500 biddies each. Let's fucking go. Jesus, dude. The hype train's also a scam. You guys have gotten scammed so many times tonight. So many times tonight. Because one person cheered and then there was a hype train and then you all just like jumped in. So get scammed, right? Also. But thank you. If you're going to get scammed, supporting the Dropshot of Call of Duty podcast, the hottest up-and-coming podcast in gaming, is a place to do it. Maybe the place to do it. So, yeah. NASA 566, Series X fan, San Dimas local, San Dimas resident. I actually know almost exactly where Series X fan lives. I could literally walk to his house.
I could dive bomb his house on Flight Sim 2020 in game.
In game, of course. Yes, he could. But yeah, Series NASA. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I'm honored, humbled, and of course, privileged. Thank you very much. And then Mulletproof with the 10 gifted subs. Let's fucking go. Jesus, dude. Mulletproof Bunk. Mulletproof Mute. The 10 gifty boys. Much appreciated, brother. Lots of gifty boys. No way. Can we relax? Okay. Jesus Christ. So dumb. So dumb. Dude,
What the fuck?
the scamming continues. Yeah, Mullet for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate you, man. Fucking nuts. Honored, humbled, and privileged. Mullet. By the way, Mullet's been coming out of his shell a little bit. He's been chatting it up a little more, which I like. I don't require it. You can lurk, you can support, you can throw bits at me, or you can not do that, and I'm happy with all of it. I just want analytics, concurrent viewers. But hey, 10 gifted subs is great, and I'll take it. So thank you, Mullet. I appreciate you, man. I'm honored, humbled, and of course, privileged. And Mullet also, not to be outdone by the Vaping Viking, cheered 10,001 bits. Let's fucking go. It's absolutely insane. So now we're getting into too much territory, right? Too much. So
Get scammed.
Absolutely scammed. But thank you, Mullet. I appreciate the 10,001 bits, dude. It's a fucking lot, dude. This is a lot. This is getting into like, yeah, a lot territory. But I fucking Christ. I appreciate it though, Mullet. For real, dude. Thank you, man. Honored, humbled, and of course, privileged, dude. You've been here for quite a while now too. So just being around, super awesome. You and everyone else who's always here in chat. You know, some of us listening are investment bankers, and some of us are 12. So if you've got bits to throw around, I love it and I appreciate it. And it does mean a lot for real. But if you can just, you know, if the way you can support is to just kick it, join the fucking Discord, watch, that means a lot as well. So for whatever you can do, I appreciate it. But Mullet, that's a fucking lot. So I appreciate it, man, for real. And then the Vaping Viking at Mullet Proof Bunk. This is getting, yeah, this is a dick swinging contest if I've ever seen one. He says, at Mullet Proof Bunk, how far do you want to go? And cheered 25 fucking thousand bits, dude. Jesus Christ. 25,000 bits, dude. He has absolutely claimed his spot back at the top cheer section. Viking, you're fucking insane, dude. Thank you, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at a loss for words now. I don't know really what to say. But I appreciate the bits, dude, for real. It's fucking gross. So much. This guy just moved across state lines, by the way. He's taking planes. He's epoxying L-shaped desks. You know, this is all
an actual L-shaped desk too. Yeah.
Well, okay. This is all expensive stuff, and he's coming to twitch.tv/Razinon and throwing around lots of bits. Jesus Christ. So Vike, thank you so much, dude. Actually fucking insane. I really appreciate you, man. And you're the top cheer again. Jesus Christ, dude. Thanks for putting up with me on the Instagram DM. Yeah, dude, it's fun talking to you. It's nice too because you're an adult, so I can get adult perspectives on things. But yeah, dude, I appreciate the 25,000 bits, dude. Fucking nuts. I appreciate all of the support, including that, but it's a lot deeper than that, as you know. Especially, look at your last bank statement. So I appreciate it, dude. I'm honored, humbled, and of course, privileged. So, thank you, man, for real. It means a lot. Yeah. So, anyways, let's try and move on here, guys. Yeah. Thank you for the support, boys. It means a lot, for real. And now to continue this dumb podcast about a video game, by the way. Let's not forget that the next time you open the bits menu, by the way. It's a podcast about Call of Duty. But thank you. Here's another image for the Land, Sea, and Air pack, which is what you get for the Ultimate Edition. So it's just a little more detail of an image. Here's the pistol in higher definition, Tanner. You gonna amend that 1911 vote?
Yeah, it's a 1911.
Okay, keep that in mind. And then
You're so dumb.
And now we can see the helicopter actually in a bigger thing.
Yeah, that's the image I was looking at the whole time. I didn't realize you were looking at the dumb little one above it. I was
dumb.
like, how can you not tell? Yeah.
I'm dumb, right? So I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
No wonder yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah.
Keep that in mind.
No, not really much more information here other than just more high definition. So yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's going to be interesting, dude. Actually, to see how things change with the new ground war. By the way, how many people do you think excuse me, how many people do you think are going to be on a map? If the map gets way bigger, like we suspect it might, is it going to be 64? Or is it going to be like max. 128?
64 max. There's been like no games that have done 128 like successfully. They've all talked about that for years, like a multiplayer, and they usually just don't end up doing it. There's too many server issues. Like obviously with Battle Royale, they can do it, but with just straight like multiplayer ground war maps, you don't ever see that for some reason.
I think a part of the reason that you're probably right too is because it's still cross-platform. So
Jesus.
So yeah, like a PC might be able to do whatever 120 player lobby, but yeah, or whatever 200 player lobby, whatever, but probably not a PS fucking 4, because this game will still be on PS4, you know. So yeah, I think you're probably
true.
Right.
Good point. Yeah,
I think you're probably right. So what else do we have here? This next article. Black Ops Cold War will feature crossplay, free DLC, and battle pass. So we kind of already knew most of this, but it's going to be the same crossplay as it is in this game, which we've been telling you for the entire year, with cross progression for all players to play together. And it's also cross-play support across current and next-gen systems. So if you start leveling on your PS4 and then you get a PS5 from your mom for Christmas, because she feels really guilty about your parents' divorce, then you can just keep your level and you're good to go. So that's nice.
Jesus.
There is no season pass for Black Ops Cold War, which is again exactly like this shit game. There's no more season pass. I don't think that's ever coming back because I think they're making more from the battle passes. So season pass was like, you buy that and then you get like the new maps that get released, because some of the new maps were behind paywalls, which was the dumbest system ever. I think that gone.
Was so stupid.
Yeah, because then no one played them because most people didn't buy it.
Yeah.
So then it wasn't even worth buying it because you wouldn't ever get the map anyway. So anyways, season pass is going to be gone, which is good. All post-launch multiplayer maps will be free. And then there's going to be a steady stream of content for multiplayer zombies and more to come throughout the postseason launches. How often was zombies typically updated or like new shit added for zombies in old titles, Tanner?
I have no idea. I never played it like seriously. The only time I really played zombies was like years after the game came out. You know, you would play it on like Xbox or whatever with your friends, or a year or two later. So.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And then, so like all of the monetary things are going to be the same. It's like the battle pass is going to be the same, where you can buy cosmetics. Store bundles probably going to be exactly the same, because they made so much money and the consumers are happy. So they're not going to change it because it would be dumb. Like their monetization with the cosmetics and the battle pass and shit right now is a win-win situation, so they should keep it, and that looks like that's what they're going to do, which is great. So that's good. Next up here, this is interesting. Not sure how you're going to feel about this. This is new for any Call of Duty game ever that I'm aware of. Black Ops Cold War campaign has multiple endings. So apparently, players have a ton of choice during the campaign, from how they play certain missions to the voice lines they pick during parts of the missions. So if you guys have ever played like Mass Effect, which is like a third person, like almost action RPG, hard to nail down a genre for that, but it's like that. Like the campaign in the Mass Effect series, it had a bunch of different endings depending on like what options you chose or whatever. And it looks like for the first time that will be the case in Call of Duty. The campaign will offer mission choices, which is super actually fucking interesting. Some missions can be played in different ways: stealth, run and gun, and more, while others will be more linear overall. That's again another RPG element, where it's like you're playing Knights of the Old Republic and you land on what is that planet You're trying to land on Nar Shaddaa, but I think you crash land on Duxon. And then Bayodur is trying to fix your ship. And then you're walking by the beach by the Mandalorian camp. And then Kreia, if she's in your party, she's like, hey, we can go fuck their ass, but we could probably just sneak around too. Up to you. And then that would like change how you play a mission. And that will be the case in this shit game. In the campaign anyways. Any thoughts on this, Tanner?
I think it's awesome they're doing that. I like the different endings. I like the custom or the character customization. I think that's all great. It's like little things we don't think of, but they thought to do. So I mean, I'm expecting this campaign to be really good then, actually. Like, if they're taking the time to do all that, I'm thinking that's going to be really fun. Yes. I like the customization thing with the characters, and that's something I've thought that Call of Duty needs to do in just, like, regular multiplayer.
We haven't gotten there, but yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'm kidding, it's fun. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think it's great, and I think it's cool, and I like it. But like Rhodes1322 said, hashtag nobody cares. Because the reality is, this isn't an RPG. The campaign's not going to be super in-depth or long. It's not going to be open world. You know. So, I'm only going to play the campaign once. So if I can choose shit, that's going to make it more fun. And if I can customize a character, it's going to make it more fun. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's going to be literally less than 1% of the time I spend in this game anyway. So it's like, it's cool. It's great.
And it will be for most people.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's like almost a misallocation of time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, it is cool though. I do like it actually. So that is cool. And then for some lore nerds, it would be cool because they could replay a bunch of shit and then they can,
true,
you know, so that'll be cool.
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
This is good for Ink Slasher. By the way, Ink Slasher on YouTube, strongly encourage you guys go to, you follow him on YouTube, subscribe to him on YouTube. He's like a Call of Duty lore nerd and he'll do like these really cool, very well made YouTube videos that are narrative version. And it'll say like, the full story of like Alex Mason, and he'll take you through every game that Alex Mason is in like chronological order and explain all the shit you might not have seen. It's very interesting actually. I really like his channel. Ink Slasher, one word. INKSLASHER. So that anyway, great for him. There's also on Charlie Intel's website, there is a description of several Black Ops Cold War campaign missions. I'm not fucking reading this, but I guess during a virtual briefing of Cold War last week, Charlie Intel got to see parts of 3 different missions in Cold War's campaign. That's weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't see this either until right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So there's descriptions of what the missions are like. One of them's Ukraine, one of them's Moscow, one of them's called Laos. It says Vietnam in parentheses next to Laos. What's wrong with that, Tanner?
Don't know. It's not Vietnam.
It's not. It's Cambodia.
Yeah.
So hey, Charlie Intel, read a book. So anyways, whatever. It's cool. It would be cool to look into that. I didn't have time to really read it today, but nonetheless, it's there. And then what else do we have here? Oh boy. Okay. Here's where we get pissed. Warzone content will transfer over with Black Ops Cold War. Is what everyone's been trying to tell me. So let's see what it means. Activision has confirmed that Cold War and Warzone will be tightly integrated when the game launches. The company has confirmed that fans who have leveled up in Warzone over the past several months and earned content will keep all of it with them going into the Black Ops Cold War seasons of Warzone. Inventory items in Black Ops Cold War can be used in both titles, with shared progression between the two games when Cold War drops on the 13th. Cold War includes shared progression features with Warzone, adding inventory items that can be used in both titles. Plus, Warzone players will still have access to Modern Warfare content they earned previously, like operators and weapon blueprints. More info at a later date. Cold War will also support and build on the hit free-to-play experience Warzone. Cold War includes shared progression features with Warzone, adding brand new inventory items that can be used. Okay, already said that. Okay, Tanner, help. Help. Help.
What are you asking? I don't fucking know either, dude.
Okay, any thoughts at all?
I'm trying to read all these little details again to make sure I understand everything, because I still don't. How about that? I don't.
Me neither. Me neither. So
Inventory can be used in both titles with shared progression. So how does that happen when it's supposedly a different engine? I don't understand any of it.
here's the only thing that makes sense to me. Okay, so Cold War releases, and like one of the field upgrades in Cold War is like fucking barbed wire, like Torque's razor wire, right? You with me so far?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So when that comes out in Cold War, maybe that just becomes loot in Warzone, but Warzone is Warzone. There's no Cold War perks. There's no Cold War guns. There's no Cold War like health total. So it's really not a crossover. It's just going to be like some things that will exist in Cold War will get added to Warzone also. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. My only question, though, is how does that tie into shared progression? Because with Modern Warfare and Warzone, the shared progression makes perfect sense because they're the same game with the same perks and all that. But with Cold War and Warzone, maybe if you level up in Cold War multiplayer, it'll still level you up for Warzone even though it's a different game. So you can get to level like 55 in Cold War, and that'll give you access to all the all the Warzone shit, even though maybe you didn't play Warzone at all yet. Does any of this make sense so far, Tanner? Am I bugging?
You're making
is this a
sense,
cap?
yeah. Except my dumb mic isn't focusing now.
Well, it's your camera, but
Yeah. I mean, so it's like, I don't know, dude. I literally, I don't fucking care anymore. Just give me the game. I won't understand any of this until the day it launches, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, there's just so many little things that people don't think about. So it's like, what about the perks? How's that all gonna tie in?
Yeah.
We just gonna have a choice of fucking 40 perks or what?
I don't know. I don't get it. I actually give up. By the way, go to your settings in Slobs and change your focus.
I have to leave the call then.
Oh yeah, you're not in Slobs. Yeah, don't do that then.
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna just have to.
okay, go ahead. Tell me when you call in again. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get information later, and then maybe it'll make sense. But right now, I'm like very not understanding at all. That was super eloquent. The only other way this makes sense is if Cold War is like very similar to this game. But if the health totals are different, then it won't be. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. And there's no gunsmith. It makes me so mad. I can't wait to understand this. I can't fucking wait. But for now, I don't. Now, real quick, hold on.
Calling.
Okay, hold on. Let me answer this. There we go. Mute. Okay, real quick. Mullet proof. Okay. Jesus Christ. Bulletproof. Not to be outdone himself. Has cheered 25,002. 25002 bits, which is 2 bits higher than the last cheer. 25,002 biddies. Let's fucking go. Dude, hey, that is a lot. That's too many bits, dude. Too many bits. Dude, that is crazy, brother. Jesus. Didn't say a goddamn word, by the way. There's no message attached. It's just a cheer. And then and then just some dumb emotes. Some Razinon goods. Some Razinon mines. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Mullet has taken his place on the throne of the top cheer. Get absolutely scammed. That means a lot, dude. That is a fucking ton of bits. All of it's a ton of bits. Jesus Christ, dude. Mullet, I'm honored, humbled, and of course, privileged, brother. I appreciate you, man. That is dude. I don't know what to say. It's like, Jesus Christ. But, yeah, dude. Thank you so much, man. Sorry I didn't get to it earlier, by the way. But I really fucking appreciate it, dude. The mullet-proof mute, dude. And, yeah, by the way, as I've said before, you're now a lobbyist. You're a Dropshot lobbyist, right? So if you need promotion, things of that kind, you got it. Just let me know. But fucking thank you, dude. Markets are crushing it, sharing the wealth. I'll for sure keep that in mind, dude. Yeah. This guy's got his stonks on the upward trajectory, dude. Thank you, Mullet. I'm deeply honored, humbled, and privileged. And I appreciate you sharing the wealth. Any communists in the chat?
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you, dude. For real. And Jeeper with the 100 biddies. Let's fucking go. Jeeper, thank you, brother. And welcome. Your name looks new to me, so it's your first time here. I appreciate the support, young king. So thank you, boys. So, anyways, Tanner's camera appears to be fixed. Mullet, Jeeper, thank you again. And now to try and make sense of this dumb fucking game. Any new thoughts on this Cold War Warzone thing, or no? Okay.
No, it's probably just them explaining things poorly as usual. So
yeah, it's gonna make sense once the actual details come out, and then we're gonna be like, oh, okay, so they were dumb and they didn't explain it right. I think that's actually what it's gonna be.
Yeah, like they just didn't word something correctly. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll fucking see for sure. For sure. Finally caught you live. Love the pod. Hell yeah, Jeeper. Well, I appreciate that, dude. And welcome, brother. Thank you for the biddies, sir. So next one. Black Ops Cold War leak claims dead silence, mini-map returns, and more. So a lot of these things we actually already knew, but some of them we didn't. So there was a batch of leaks earlier, and they had some of this information, but some of this is new. So what do we have here? There's two factions, the CIA and the Spetsnaz, which makes sense. Cold War, read a book. EKIA is back like Black Ops 4. What does this mean? Oh, no. Oh, no. Dude, is this true? I just saw it. Oh, fuck, that's so bad if true. You know what EKIA means, Tanner?
Enemy killed in action, isn't it?
Yes, but like Black Ops 4, it means if I do less than 1/10 of 1% of your damage and then you die, I get full credit.
Well, hey, we'll get a lot of high kill streaks.
Fuck, man. This is so bad. Dude, no. Every other leak I was so pleased with, and now I'm pissed. This is really fucking garbage, and I hate when they do this. So to explain to you guys, what I think this means because this just says EKIA is back like Black Ops 4. What I think this means is that if I do any amount of damage to you and then my teammate kills you, I get points. I get 100 points, which is exactly the same as if I just killed you myself for 100% of your damage. That means it's very easy to be a cheeky little dumb fuck, sprinkle damage at people, and then get super high kill streaks without ever actually having killed anyone. That is bad. It's really bad, and this was super obvious in Black Ops 4. So if this is returning, I'm fucking very upset. Super upset. But it looks like it's back. Tanner, go ahead. Your thoughts?
No, I'm just trying to see. Maybe it won't give you like the full kill if for just like one shot or something, you know? I'm trying to research the stuff about BO4 with that, because making sure we're understanding it correctly here.
So, yeah. So, again, I could be wrong about this, but I'm fairly sure that's what this means. I'm fairly sure.
I don't know. I would think it would say something about like an assist, because all EKIA means it's your total number of kills and assists. Oh, and yeah, because
Well, Charlie,
Yeah,
Intel's article
know.
writing is terrible.
Yeah.
Again. So, hey, Laos is not Vietnam. Start there. It would have been called the Laotian War, by the way, contemporaneously. It wasn't. It was called the Vietnam War because the country's not fucking Laos. It's Vietnam.
Yeah, actually.
Dude, these articles are so poorly written. It makes me so upset. So anyway, this is unclear. Hopefully that's not what this means, but perhaps it is. Boots on the ground movement is similar to BO4 and has sliding. There's also slide canceling. Okay. Don't really care about that. Health is 150, which we already knew. Okay, so health is at 150 like BO4, but TDK is faster than Black Ops 4. How do you feel about that, Tanner?
If it's just slightly faster and not like this game, I think it'll be perfect. And that's basically what we wanted.
That actually exactly what I was going to say. Because BO4 was like... I liked BO4, but it made knives and snipers too OP. But besides that, I really liked BO4. And then this game is just too fast. It's very hard to outskill people if they see it first. So if it's between those two, which is what this sounds like, that's actually like ideal.
Yeah.
So that's good. What else do we have here? Full auto health regeneration, no stim. I'm fine with that, right?
Yeah, it'll just take getting used to again, because we've been used to using stim for the last 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
It'll be weird for a few weeks for sure. I actually like stim, honestly.
Tell me more.
I just like how I can peek a corner, get a kill if I get hit a little bit, fall back, stim, and then push again. I feel like with auto health regen, it almost just makes you play slower, at least in my case. Because, if I'm going to get that kill, then I'm going to camp in that goddamn corner until I'm full health, and then I'm going to push out again. So then that's just me sitting in a corner for an extra 5 seconds or something.
Yeah, that's the downside. And we talked about this on the Patreon, patreon.com/thedropshot. But the disadvantage of not having stim is that it slows the game down that way. But the advantage is if I weaken some dude and he turns a corner, I don't have to second guess whether or not I should push. Because sometimes you're like, well, he could be stimming right now, and then if I push, he's going to murder me. But if I know he didn't stim because there's no stims, then I can push it knowing he's weak. So there's advantages and disadvantages. I don't think that's a terribly big deal either way. Just like you said, I think it's going to take getting used to. Claims strong skill-based matchmaking like in Modern Warfare. This I didn't need a leak to tell you. We already knew this, and I've said it since day one of skill-based matchmaking being confirmed in this game because I have common sense. Of course, it's going to be exactly the same, so don't expect that to change. Normal minimap is back, which we've already known about. Dead Silence is a perk again. It was not a perk in a build from several months back, but it is now. Tanner, your thoughts?
I fucking hate dead silence. I understand, like, people argue that having dead silence makes people play quicker and run around and not camp corners. I don't really think that's the case. If somebody's a dumb shit corner camper, I think they do it either way, with or without dead silence. So to me, dead silence just means somebody runs up behind me, shoots me, stabs me in the back, and I never know they're there. And it just, I have even less gunfights and more getting shot in the back, which isn't fun at all. So I'm part of probably like the 20% of the player base that hates dead silence. And I loved how they did it in this game. I thought it was perfect, how you couldn't use it all the time. You know, you had to use it. You had to be smart with it because it is very useful, obviously, because nobody can hear you.
Yeah.
So I don't think you should have it the entire time. This pisses me off. I was so excited when they had said dead silence wasn't in the game a few months back or a couple months back. So now that changed, I'm furious actually, but I'm just going to hope it's in a category with a perk that's really good. So people have to actually like think and choose if they really want to run it or not, you know?
Yeah. Here's the thing though, dude. Like, okay, if dead silence was a perk in this game, this would be, it's hard for me to imagine how this game could get worse, but that's one way it could get worse, is if dead silence was a perk in this game. But like, remember BO4? Did you ever run dead silence?
I remember sometimes I would, not often though.
It just wasn't that good.
What was the perk that was, what did we run instead of dead silence?
We didn't run it. It was a perk 3.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
So
didn't run
that's why,
anything.
because of the pick 10 system. There we
Yes.
go.
Yes.
So if it wasn't pick 10, then yeah, I would probably be running it because it's dumb and overpowered, I think.
Here's what I'm saying. In BO4, it actually wasn't overpowered because you can't, like in BO4, the minimap worked as normal. So I didn't need to hear people. Like it would be like once every 2 games where I would use sound to know some enemies there. It was very rare actually because footsteps weren't super loud. And with dead silence, footsteps weren't completely silent like they are in this game when you have dead silence up. Mm-hmm. And again, the minimap worked as normal. So it was like, I don't need to hear you because I fucking see you on my minimap, you know? So dead silence is going to be a perk again. I totally understand your argument. I just don't think it's going to be as big of a deal as you might think it will be.
We'll fucking see.
We'll fucking see, indeed, I suppose.
It's definitely a big deal when you play one life game modes.
That
search and destroy, things like that. It ruins those game modes, I think. But also those dumb shit players that play it think the opposite. They think not having dead silence ruins it. So we'll see.
And then can you run the dead silence perk in Warzone now? Well, because there's cross progression, right?
Oh,
because they're the same game now.
Yeah.
So can I run the dead silence perk?
Yeah,
what happens if I pick up the dead silence field
Ghost.
upgrade? Can I run dead silence?
It makes you louder. It makes your footsteps louder. Actually, yeah.
This game, they're dog shit and it makes no sense. So anyways, we'll see. Field upgrades are back. The following are known: Trophy and Prox Mine. Okay. So if Prox Mine is a field upgrade, that means it's not a lethal.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is weird.
Doesn't have any effect either way, I don't think, but interesting.
Yeah. 2 maps are known: Miami club setting and desert open map that has ammo crates. That's the worst description I've ever read.
Yeah.
There are 2. So it sounds like a map and another map. So K. Ground War, a 12v12 ground war map with 3 ships that are connected with zip lines. 12v12. It's going to be like the new 10s. It's going to be 12s.
Yeah. 3 ships connected via zip lines. Okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah. Swimming mechanics back, no specialists. Score streaks are returning, but with a twist. They work with a multiplier for kill streaks. I actually do remember reading about this. So, like, it's score streaks. So you get points for capping B and holding a hard point. But if you're getting kills, it's not a static number of score you get for each kill. It's like multiplicative. So like kill 1 maybe is 100 points. Kill 2 is like 110 points. Kill 70 is like 350 points. Like it keeps scaling up with the more kills you have in one life. Whereas the capping B shit stays static. How do you feel about that, Tanner?
I think that'd be good. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really good. It would be terrible with the EKIA system, though. Which, again, write better. So that would make sense, because it doesn't make sense right now. Streaks known so far. UAV, VTOL, Chopper Gunner, Cruise Missile, Napalm Strike. Let's fucking go!
Hell yeah.
And Artillery Strike. Napalm Strike, dude? That's fun and exciting. I'm very excited for that. Any war crimes in the chat? And then there's Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed, VIP, which is kind of like Safeguard. I remember that. And then Ground War. There are no specialists in case we didn't read the first bullet point. And then some confirmed guns. M16, AK-5, an Uzi-style gun, MP5, AK-74U, a Type 63, a Stoner 63, a Type 15, a Colt Commando, and an M40. Now, I don't know what most of these guns are. Tanner, anything stick out to you here?
I mean, M16, AK-5 is, I think, an AK-47. MP5, we already know. AK-74, basically the SMG, smaller round version of the AK-47. Type 63, no idea. Colt Commando. I thought a Colt Commando was like a short-barreled M4 or something. What is that? Yeah, it's like kind of like a short barrel M4, like close quarters.
Okay.
And then M40 sniper, Call of Duty 4. It was in that one. It was a sniper a lot of people wanted in this game that they haven't put in yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, those all sound good.
Okay. Okay.
An Uzi style gun. That's a K.
That's a huge Razinon K for sure. Yeah. And then loadouts and attachments. Simple to BO4. Similar
Change it.
to. Hey. Change your staff writers. How about you change that? Similar to BO4, not as many options as Modern Warfare. That's unsurprising. There's a hybrid between Pick 10 and Modern Warfare style, where you still get 5 attachments on all guns. Oh,
That's good to hear. So I'm not understanding then. I wonder how the hybrid system works exactly.
well, so if your 5 attachments on each gun aren't counted in your Pick 10, then you're gonna have all the points for all the things. like is everyone just gonna have 5 perks? So this doesn't make sense, right? Not 3 perks. Also, 1 that can add extra attachments.
Interesting.
So
Extra attachment. Okay.
you can have a 6th, 7th attachment.
Yeah.
Well, you get 10 free creative class points and then 10 more on top of it. Doesn't make sense. I can't wait until this game actually comes out so I can roast all of these leakers. And all these people saying like, oh, Warzone's just going to be the new thing. And it's going to be totally fine. And I'm like, oh, really? Because what it actually is now is not what you said at all. I can't fucking wait.
I think like you're saying, it's just going to be everybody explained it poorly. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. It has to be. Because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So.
It's interesting. Okay.
So anyways, that's that. What else do we have here? Yeah, and then Treyarch also made this dumb little post. It says, it's basically just, it's like a blog post. I don't care about most of it. But they did say, our signature fast-paced multiplayer. I like that. If they think it's fast-paced, it might actually be fast-paced. So that'll be good.
Yeah, because what did they say for this game? They talked about it like...
tactical.
Yeah. Yep, tactical and realistic or something, huh?
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it sure is tactical. You have to, what is it? Adapt? Just adapt forehead?
Yeah, just adapt.
Yeah, just adapt. You got to play tactically. So if you ever hear a Call of Duty dev talk about tactics again, refund the game. This next one here, Black Ops Cold War engine gets revamp to give modern take on the 1980s. What do we have here? So, I didn't read this article yet. I was talking to young Douglas, who told me that it's actually not a new engine. This headline says, the engine gets a revamp. So, I'm not sure what this could exactly mean, honestly. So it says, Treyarch's Dan Bunting says they are not fully using MDub's engine for Cold War. Infinity Ward debuted a brand new engine with Modern Warfare that was in the work for years, which dramatically transformed Call of Duty's graphics. Treyarch says that while the teams share the underlying technology, the engine and technology being used in Cold War was created in 15. So it's going to be, looks like pretty fucking similar, probably. If this engine is different than the Black Ops 4 engine, though, I'm actually not thrilled about that. I really liked Black Ops 4's like engine in general. Their netcode was dog shit, but the engine was fine. You know?
Yeah.
Any thoughts here, Tanner?
Yeah, like I said, it's kind of just sounding more and more like Modern Warfare reskinned.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see the gameplay, though.
Yeah, that's all I care about for sure. So, another little leakerino here. For the next gen Black Ops Cold War, Red Door CIA Bundy Bop edition, there are a couple details, and these are only going to correspond to the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions of Cold War. The game will feature a higher frame rate, hardware-based ray tracing, which is a Razinon sus for me, and faster loading times thanks to the solid-state drives, SSDs. Do you think they would actually use ray tracing? Here's why I asked that. My GPU has ray tracing, but I don't use it because it would ruin my frame rate.
Nobody uses it.
No one uses ray
games
tracing
like this.
Yeah, no one does.
Like, what if it's something like it's forced on and you can't turn it off? And it's just one of those dumb things where, like, you could be getting an extra 20 frames, but they scam these console players by just defaulting it on so it looks better.
That's why you don't get a console.
Maybe these new consoles will have the ability to actually, like, change some of your graphics or something. Who knows? We'll fucking see. But, yeah, I read that earlier, too, and I was like, nobody on PC actually uses ray tracing.
Yeah,
now
no
we
one.
may soon with the new cards because it's supposed to be a lot better. But we'll fucking see.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll fucking see. So I thought there was more info in that article, but anyway, there you go. Another little snippet here. I thought this was going to end, but it looks like it's not. PlayStation and Black Ops Cold War are partnering again. This is going to mean a lot of dumb shit, just like it has for the past couple of years with the PlayStation exclusivity. PlayStation gets fucking the game earlier and all that shit. That's going to continue this year, starting with PS4 is going to get the first beta access. So with MDub 2019 Game of the Year edition, PS4 got every beta. They got it 1 weekend earlier than everyone else. Probably going to be exactly the same here.
That's, well, you worded that incorrectly. They didn't get it 1 week earlier than everyone else. They got the beta a week early, and it was only for them. And then the following week, it was for everybody.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, touche.
Or something like that.
No, yeah, you're right. They got an extra beta, and the first one they got was exclusive to them and early. So, yes. So that's dumb and annoying. So if you're going to get a new console and you only play Call of Duty, get a PS5. Don't get a console, but yeah. And then last note here. Tanner, go ahead and share with us what we have written down.
Oh, there was gameplay that was leaked all over Twitter. We're obviously not going to show it. If you want to find the gameplay, you can find it. It's disgusting. It's 240p quality at the absolute most.
Yeah.
It was 10 seconds long. Shows you almost nothing. It's like a desert map. All I can tell is the one thing I take away from it is the movement speed looks quicker. If you can find the video and watch it, you'll see the guy like shoots, I think then he reloads or something, and it causes him to have to move, like strafe side to side, and I could tell the movement speed was a lot quicker. So that's about all I can tell from it, and I'm very excited about that. You could see the mini map, you can see the compass at the top, but my pretty much only takeaway from the dog shit video was that the movement speed, just in that little clip, I was like, okay, that looks a lot quicker.
Yeah. Yes. What I found interesting, so there were some like HUD elements, and yeah, if we shared the video or even a screen cap of it, I would have Activision lawyers breaking down my front door, shooting my dogs, and then serving me a subpoena. So pass, not doing it. But
yeah, there's been so many Twitter accounts banned today posting it.
Yeah. So miss me with that shit. Don't care. And they're probably very excited to just legally fuck my ass. They don't know who I am, but if they did, they would say, "Oh, this guy wants me shot in the middle of Piccadilly Square in game, of course." We're definitely gonna ream him to we're gonna have our considerable legal team throw the book at him. So I'm not doing it, but I can tell you all about it. Welcome to the United States of America, bitch. It's called the First Amendment. Suck me off. Hey, Joe Seacott, suck me off. Hey, Bobby
In-game?
Kotick, suck me off. No, in real life.
Okay.
So yeah, there was some dumb gameplay garbage that was leaked, whatever. Two things were interesting to me. One of them was the HUD. Because Tanner, you said there were some things in the bottom right that you weren't really sure what they were.
So there's like, you could tell one was a tactical, one was a lethal, but then there was a third one there. And now that I think about it, it's probably just the field upgrade, I bet. So
yeah, probably. So like prox mine.
That would make sense, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it would. And then the other thing that was very weird to me is that so like the guy got like a headshot medal and like a revenge medal. Now, like Tanner said, there were about 30 pixels on my screen, so hard to tell. But the medals looked literally exactly the same as the Black Ops 4 medals. And I'm not being hyperbolic. I mean, they looked like they were Black Ops 4 medals. Not like they were inspired by the same art style. Not that they were merely recolored, but they were literally exactly just that. Did you notice that as well?
I did, because I noticed they popped right up on the middle of the screen. Now, there's like 3 of them that popped up or something.
And they all look exactly, they are Black Ops 4 medals.
Yeah.
Would they actually do that? Do you think those are placeholders because they haven't finished developing the art for all the medals yet?
I don't know. It's probably just extremely similar, yeah.
They've never done that before, though. Like, Black Ops 3 medals were way different than 2 and 4 and 1.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention that close. I didn't think they were like the same exact medals or anything.
They were literally the same exact as far as I could tell, which I thought was very weird. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, other than to say that's never been the case before. If I had to guess, I would say they're placeholder medals right now. I think they have new ones in the works. I don't think they would reuse medals like that. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So anyway, Tanner, start your stream.
Keep that in mind.
Keep it in mind for sure. So there are no iTunes reviews. I'm not scamming anyone. There are actually none, so I'm not reading them. Normally, I would plug my Twitter, my Twitch, my Instagram, and all that horseshit. But this podcast has been too long, and I want to play the game. So I'm just going to say, join the fucking Discord. Special thanks to our Damascus patrons, Mr. Salmonella, Jay Pritch, Slivovitz, Jake Dubs, Erosio, Rainman, Sandstoner, Tequila Sir Rockingbird, Face Esquire, Gift Curse, Adam H., Mr. Matt Dad, Sniff Sniff Hambone, change it, Jimmy M, Von Trapp, Aussie Menace, Vesturg, change it, Goated Oat, Josh V, Yep Buddy, change it, Civ, Tim Tappin. Oh shit, sorry dude, I just doxed you. I've been trying not to do that. And then Young Douglas, I won't dox you. And then last but not least, the Dropshot Patriarch, the Honorable one and only Obsidian patron, the Vaping Viking. Thank you boys all for watching and for listening. I'm hoping we covered everything, but there was so much shit that we actually might have missed something. If we did, we will talk about it next time. But there was a lot. There was a lot to like find and go over and shit. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.